In this chapter, we have in 4 parts totally. What are the 4 parts? The first one is an appeals, revision, rectification, settlement, commission. Yes, ma'am. First, I will tell you appeals part related. Appellate authorities are 4, ma'am. JCIT appeals are Commissioner of Income Tax appeals. Next one ITAT. Next one High Court. Next one Supreme Court. So how to make an appeal in front of every authority we can discuss. What do you mean by appeal? Also, I will tell you first. So next we have in what, ma? Revision. What is the revision? Section numbers, ma? 263, 264. Very, very important section numbers. Please try to remember the 2 section numbers also. Yes, ma'am. Then after we have in rectification sections 154 as well as 254 rectification. Settlement commission is a small concept that is removed from our syllabus and not from syllabus, but practically also that is an abolished. So that abolished points only we have to discuss. In your 2016 syllabus, settlement commission is an 8 marks weightage chapter. Now that is removed from the practicality also. Now no need to discuss about it. From which date that is abolished, that points we can discuss in the settlement commission. So what are the 4 points, ma? Appeals, revision, rectification, settlement commission. So without going to the topic, just I want to give you the overview of 10 to 15 minutes. Then after one by one topics we can start. Remember. So if you understood the concept, what is what, automatically you can learn concepts also. Now I will tell you. Yes, ma'am. SSC filed his return of income. That will be reached to whom? Assessing officer. Assessing officer will do the assessment. After completion of an assessment, he can give the assessment order. Yes, ma'am. Assessment order. And in some cases, along with that assessment order, he can issue the what, ma'am? Demand notice. Sir, you paid some tax that is not sufficient. Still, you are required to pay some more tax. That's why he can issue the what, ma'am? Demand notice. Sir, already I paid the 5 lakhs, sir, along with the return of income. What is the tax I paid? Still, he's asking the some more 6 lakh tax. Additionally, he asking the how much amount of tax, ma? 6 lakh. That is only the tax mentioned in the demand notice. Now, can you tell me, if an SSC agreed with the assessment, then within 30 days, here you have 2 options. If agreed, so yes, sir, I'm accepted the assessment, sir. Then you have to pay the tax within how many days, ma? 30 days. Yes, ma? Payment of tax within 30 days. That is an important MCQ. Ma. Demand notice requirement we have to satisfy within 30 days of service of the demand notice. Sir, if disagreed. Sir, I'm not satisfied with that assessment, sir. How they are doing that assessment in such manner? I'm disagreed. Then, yes, you have an option to make an appeal. You have how many options, ma? 2 options. I will tell you. What is the 2 options? I will tell you, ma. First option, appeal. First, you can go for the JCIT appeals or CIT appeals. So still you are dissatisfied with that CIT or JCIT order, you can go to the next authority, ITAT. Still, if you are dissatisfied with the ITAT order, you can go with the Supreme Court, and yes, you can go with the High Court also. Sorry, High Court. Next one, ma? Supreme Court. This is the last authority. You have to bind over the decision given by the Supreme Court. Remember, sir, if I am disagreeing with the what, ma? Assessing officer order. If I am disagreeing with the what, ma? Assessing officer order. So what I can do? Yes, sir. What I can do? Here, I can go for appeal. Second one is a revision. Sir, revision means please revise the already passed order. Because if this order, what is the order, ma? Assessment order, that is against SSC only. Now you can revise. Yes, the revision also you can ask. Appeal you can go, or what, ma? Revision. Both options are not available. The revision means already you are given the order and you are asking extra 6 lakh. That is an incorrect, sir. Please change the order and give the nil demand notice. So this is only revision under section 264. What is it, ma? Revision of order. Revision of order in favor of whom, ma? SSC. In favor of SSC. The revision of order in favor of SSC. So previously that is an against the SSC. Now please convert in the favor of whom, ma? SSC. Are you clear? 264 section. Just I'm saying, sir. Just I'm saying the points only. Are you clear up to now? Sir, this is only the overview first. If you are not agreeing with the order, yes, you have an option to go for an appeal, or either you can go for the what, ma? Revision also. Sir, if you are accepted such assessment, yes, pay the tax. Then issue will be closed. Are you clear? The assessing officer is a great personality. So our SSC, he filed that return of income. He's a greedy salaried employee. So that's why he wants to get the refund of what, ma? 50,000. Without inquiry, without a proper inquiry, is not at all eligible for refund, first of all. So without inquiry, they are passing the assessment order along with the what ma? Refund also. He's a very happy person now. Am I correct, ma? You are not at all eligible for refund, but you got a refund of how much, ma? 50,000. So without inquiry, without getting the proofs also, yes, you are doing the what ma? Assessment. Because of this, who having the loss? Department. Now, whatever that order passed, yes, now that can be revised in favor of department. So now department can do the revision of order in favor of whom? Department. That is only 263. 263 order always in favor of whom? Department. 264 order can be in favor of whom? SSC. Are you clear up to now? So now, in front of JCIT appeals or CIT appeals, who is an applicant, ma? SSC only applicant. Why? Against the assessment order, always SSC is an applicant. In front of ITAT, who can be applicants, ma? Both department or what, ma? SSC. Why? I will tell you. Yes, ma? Sir, first of all, against this AO order, AO always will give the order in favor only. If that is disagreed, who can make an appeal before the CIT, ma? Only SSC. Sir, suppose if an SSC making an appeal in front of the JCIT, sir, so it is given in favor of SC. Now who having that hard feelings, ma? Department. So remember, in front of that ITIT, either SSC also can apply or department also can be. So like High Court before also both, or Supreme Court before also both can apply. But in front of JCIT and CIT appeals, always who is an applicant, ma? SSC. Depends upon their action, next level of applicants can be decided. Are you understood, right? So now they are given the MCQ. Department is an, yes, department can be applicant before only whom? ITIT, High Court or Supreme Court. Department cannot be appeal to whom? JCIT, CIT appeals. Clear? I am giving the overview of the chapter. I am not started with any discussion. So the many students wants to know the differentiation between appeals and revision. First thing, the names are enough, you can remember, but what is the meaning? Now you know, you don't know. That is only I am given. With the help of this thing, you can read on your own also. But I will tell you the provisions. Okay. Now, sir, appeals now you got in clarity. How many appellate authorities are there? Ma? 4. In front of who can be applied also, you know. Next, revision now 2 sections are there. What are the 2 sections, ma? Okay, 263 is a revision of order in favor of department. 264 is a revision of order in favor of SSC. Now, so last part is nothing but what, ma? Rectification. Rectification of order. Yes, remember, rectification of order we have in 2 sections. 154 section, 254 section. Yes, check it out the screen, check it out the screen, check it out the screen. If AO, CIT appeals already passed orders, in that order, if any mistake apparent on the record, example, yes sir, calculation mistakes, SSC name mistakes, or any other grammatical mistakes are there in that order, that can be rectified by the, yes ma, that authorities. Their own order can be rectified by them if they find that any mistake. Sir, if an ITIT passes that order, in that if any mistake is there, that can be rectified by the ITIT only as per section 254. Now, I want to know. Sir, power sir, here it isn't very limited power sir. Why? Mistake only you can rectify. You can't change the content of the order. But here, revision, yes ma, against the department, if any order is there, we can turn that order in favor of whom? Department. Here, order is against the SSC, we can change the order in favor of whom? SSC. Now, here, the powers are what, ma? Unlimited. Powers are what, ma? Unlimited. Are you clear? Who can do the revision? CIT. Because AO passes that orders are mistaken. So who can revise, ma? CIT. Remember, AO higher authority is CIT. Assessing officer, above authority is whom? CIT. So that's why these orders are given by the whom? AO. That orders can be revised by whom? CIT. Clear, ma? How many appellate authorities we have? 4. The revision sections, how many we have? How many rectification sections we have? So are you clear? No. How many appellate authorities, ma? 4, na? Yes, can you tell me? JCIT appeals or CIT appeals. Next one, ITIT, High Court. If any order passed by them, that can be only what, ma? Rectified. I think you know sections also, rectification sections. So here, rectification under section 154, here rectification under section 254. Now, here, ma, High Court or Supreme Court, if any order passed, that order can be reviewed and we can change the order also. So 2 years back, one order passed by High Court. Based on new available information, we can change the content of the order also. And Supreme Court already passed one order, sir. We can change the content of that order also now based on power of review. Here also we have an unlimited power. Rectification always what ma? Limited. Can you tell me which authorities have power to review their orders ma? High Court, Supreme Court. Shall we revise the total summary as of now? So how many parts we have to learn in this chapter? 4. First part is an appeals. Now we can discuss about the appeals. So how many appellate authorities we have? 4. If any AO order passed, yes sir, if an SSE accepted, he has to pay the tax liabilities within 30 days as per demand notice. If he not agreed, sir, here order is against the whom? SSE. Now SSE can ask the revision in favor of SSE under section 264. Next, either he can go for the what ma? Appeal also in front of each authority. Can you tell me, before the first level of appellate authority, who can be applicant ma? SSE only. In front of these 3 authorities, either department also or SSE also can be applied. Now, sir, if any lazy assessing officer conducted the assessment, if anything isn't done as a loss to the department can convert this order in favor of the department under section 263, revision of order under section 263. Both the revision, 264 revision, 263 revision can be done by whom? CID. Because in these cases, order passed by whom? AO, that can be revised by his higher authority only, he is in CID. Next point, applicants' points are already done. Next one, ma. Rectification related to sections, we have the rectification powers are very limited. If any mistake which is an apparent on the record, that can be only rectified. The powers are very limited. And the revision powers now unlimited only, we can say. We can change the content of the unfavorable to favor also. But next, reviewing power, who having ma? Reviewing power only with the High Court and Supreme Court. Already passed order. Now they can call for it and they can change the order also. Who having the review powers ma? Now. Yes, settlement commission, now you can complete directly, ma. Please open the settlement commission, the last page, I think 136. Yes, ma'am. Settlement commission means, I will tell you in a simple word, sir. Sir, if any dispute between the department and SSE is there, it will prolong for a long time. Why? Department saying, yes, we are only correct. SSE will say, what ma? My calculations only correct. That's why they will go for appeals, revisions, etc. So it will not settle in main time, sir. Definitely it will take the long duration only. That's why department constituted one settlement commission. So if you are applying for the settlement commission, they will give one outright amount. You can pay that amount and you can settle your case also. They are issuing the order of 5 lakh tax, sir. So not 5 lakh because this is for the big fishes, not for small fishes. This is for big fishes, like a huge amount of tax is pending, then only you can apply before settlement commission. So definitely some persons will be there. 2 types of persons will be there in our locality, sir. If any income tax notice is came for their house, na, they will fear and they will think about always how to get it out of from these, like that. The case 2 persons, na, always they will ignore. What will happen? They send just notice only. They will not do any arrest. There is no imprisonment also. Take it as a light only. So this settlement commission is incorporated if any pending disputes between the SSE and department is there. So it can be settled, yes, by applying that by applying to the what ma? Settlement commission. But that option is seized after that which date ma? 31st/1/2021. Settlement commission is yes, you can't make an application after that date. So above mentioned date, yes, no application can be accepted. What is the date important ma? 31st/1/2021. Long ago only seized. So what about the pending applications? Before that date, we are already making an applications now. So that what about the pending applications? Ma? With respect to the pending application, settlement commission, yes, ma, works can be transferred to that 1 or more interim boards by the central government. 1 or more interim means for this purpose only we constituted some boards, ma. A group of members are constituted. Group means nothing but how many, ma? 3 members, each being a rank of what, ma? Chief Commissioner of Income Tax. For this purpose only, for resolving the pending application before settlement commission, we constituted some interim boards. In every interim board, can you tell me who can become a member, ma? If any person having the rank of Chief Commissioner of Income Tax, he can become the member. Like how many members are there, ma? 3. So 3 members are there. If any differences of opinion among the members, which one will prevail, ma? Majority opinion shall prevail. Yes, majority opinion shall prevail. This is only the points given in your study material with respect to the settlement commission. Still, 2 months back also, one student is reading the old 2016 study material and 8 mark settlement commission, we have nearly 20 to 30 pages, still they are reading that materials. Still they are reading. The reason? They don't have any money to purchase the materials. Huh? You can download the soft copy. You can take Xerox also. The reason is nothing but lack of awareness. Only the reason, lack of awareness. Okay, anything also possible, sir. If money, these are not an issue because you need to research on your own whether the syllabus is updated or not. And 2016 syllabus on the taxation settlement commission is there now. That is practically also abolished. And this is only the proof you know this is abolished. Remember, that's why you have to update. So in market, what will happen also, you want to know and you have to incorporate that in your studies also. So remember, what is the date, ma? 31st/1/2021. After that, that is an abolished. Pending application resolvency can be taken by the interim boards. That interim boards are constituted by the central government. How many members, ma? 3 members. What is the qualification? Rank of Chief Commissioner of Income Tax. If any opinion differences is there, the majority of opinions only will prevail. So take a break till 2, then we can start this discussion of appeals. After that, we can take that any small concept also. So it will not take the 3 hours time, sir. 2 to 5 we haven't time. It will not take total 3 hours. It will complete it within 2 hours time only, not 2 hours or 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Then after we can take one more small concept also. So if anything is an important, that is only I will cover in the class. First thing. This is an 8 marks chapter, definitely. Many students having the confusion. So revision, they will buy her editor. What is the revision also they want? They don't want to know. Revision only 2 sections and rectification only 2 sections. Appellate authorities only the 4. If you know these differences, you can play a game. So now take a break up to 2 is enough. Huh? Okay. If you have any doubt, yes, you can come. Otherwise, we can take a break. Yes, very good afternoon. Super, sir. Tinara? Okay. So, ఏదో ఒక లాంగ్వేజ్ అర్థం అవుతుంటే చాలు. ఓకే, తినేసా. I think in the last discussion, 115 BAA rate by overriding only, we are taken 17.16. I think we are written. Please check it out. So here section number is what, ma? 115 BAA. So rate is nothing but what, ma? 25.168, right? Okay. 115 BAB rate is? So, okay, overriding only. In exam, you can take appropriate rate. Now. So please open the appeals. Many students are thinking appeals chapter is over. How can I complete the 8 marks chapter within half an hour, like overview? Right? That is not correct. We have to start it. Okay. So please open the appeals. Many students are thinking appeals chapter is over. First part we can discuss, ma. That is a concept of appeals. Can you tell me how many appellate authorities are there? 4. So first appellate authorities we can discuss. Appeal before JCIT appeals or whom CIT appeals. Remember, who can become an applicant before this authority? Ma? Always SSC. Always Sura SSC. Now, what are the orders we can appeal before JCIT appeals? What are the orders we can make an appeal before the what, ma? JCIT appeals? Now. Now, this is a hierarchy. You will need to remember this hierarchy. So actually, this discussion will came in income tax authorities chapter. Okay, that is not covered. But now you can remember, ma. First of all, we have an CIT and the CIT appeals. Uma, CIT and CIT appeals. Next one, ma. Additional Commissioner of Income Tax and Additional Commissioner of Income Tax appeals. Below, Joint Commissioner of Income Tax as well as Joint Commissioner of Income Tax appeals. Next one, ma. Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax appeal. Next one, Assistant. Last one, ITO. Remember, these are the authorities can be acted as what, ma? AO. Who can be acted as an AO, ma? From Additional Commissioner of Income Tax to ITO, any person can become as an what, ma? AO. So if I am saying AO, any one of these persons only can be doing the assessment. AO higher authority is whom? Commissioner of Income Tax. Lower authority is nothing but what, ma? ITO, CIT, Assistant, Deputy, Joint, Additional. Remember. So if an order passed by, please remember, if AO order passed by, okay, these authorities, this means whom? Deputy, Assistant or ITO. Among these three persons, if they are acting as an AO, if they are passing the order, if an SSE is not satisfied with that order can be appealable before whom? Joint Commissioner of Income Tax Appeals. Sir, example, one order is not agreed by the SC. In front of whom he can apply, ma? Already order passed by them only. So next higher authority is whom? Joint Commissioner of Income Tax. That's why we can appeal before the whom? Joint Commissioner of Income Tax Appeals. What are the orders we can appeal? If any HSA agreed means what, ma? Not satisfied, not agreed. Yes, then any one of the following orders of an AO. Can you tell me who is an AO here, ma? Below the rank of JC. Can you tell me the below the rank of JC who are there as an AO, ma? Deputy, Assistant, ITO. If you remember this hierarchy, no need to by heart the MCQs, nearly 50 MCQs. What is the hierarchy? Please remember, please recollect, ma. First is CIT, then after additional, next joint, next assistant, next ITO. So if any one of these three persons are acting as an AO, if they are passing the order, if that order is not satisfied by the SSE, then SSE have an option to make an appeal before whom? Joint Commissioner of Income Tax. What are the orders you can appeal, ma? Remember. Yes, ma? Remember. We have in section 143.1, ma. Section 143.3. Yes. Under section 144, under section 147, different assessment we have. This is what assessment, ma? Scrutiny assessment. In assessment procedures, we can cover this one, ma. Scrutiny assessment. This one, ma. Best judgment assessment. This one, ma. Income escapement assessment procedure. These are all our assessment orders only. Yes, ma. These are all our what, ma? Assessment orders only. So that's why these orders passed by, can you tell me? Deputy, Assistant, ITO. That orders can be available before whom, ma? JCI. Yes, ma. 143.1 is called as on what, ma? Intimation or processing. Yes, we can call it as on processing. In some cases, we can call it as on what, ma? Summary assessment. Yes, remember? These are all our what, ma? Orders. This is not an order. This is just, we can call it as an what, ma? Intimation, sir. I already verified your return of income, sir. This is an amount you have to pay, or this is an amount you will get it as a refund. That is only called as an what, ma? Intimation. But here, all the things can be appealable. Even that is an order also appealable. Intimation also can be appealable. For the purpose of making an appeal, 143.1 intimation also can be treated as what, ma? Order. But practically always 143.1 is called as an what, ma? Intimation only. But we can make an appeal regarding this also. Please check it out that, ma. 143.1 intimation, any assessment orders also, etc. So there is a huge list, but don't try to remember that all the orders passed by these authorities, it can be appealable before whom? JCIT. Now, sir, here we can make an appeal to CIT appeals also. We can make an appeal to whom? CIT appeals. What are the orders we can appealable before CIT appeals? You know this hierarchy already. Yes, ma? This is an, now we have to make an appeal with these authorities. Can you tell me? If that order passed by the, yes, ma, Additional Commissioner of Income Tax or Joint Commissioner of Income Tax as an AO, that order is not satisfied by the whom? SSE. Now SSE make an appeal with the whom? CIT appeals. Are you clear with this hierarchy, ma? Now, if any SSE is not satisfied with the order of the AO, can you tell me who is an AO, ma? JC or ABO? Joint Commissioner of Income Tax. ABO means whom? Additional Commissioner of Income Tax. That orders can be appealable before whom? CIT appeals. Can you tell me what are the orders we can appeal, ma? Intimation or any assessment orders also we can make an appeal. Remember, last Finance Act only, yes, ma, introduced, the last means Finance Act 2023 introduced the Joint Commissioner of Income Tax appeals as an appellate authority. Before that, we don't have. Before that, we have CIT, ITAT, High Court, Supreme Court. But they introduced along with the CIT, JCIT also acting as an what, ma? Appellate authority. Before 1/4/2023, we don't have Joint Commissioner Income Tax appeals. On or after that only, they are introduced the Joint Commissioner of Income Tax appeals. Then, yes, here, whatever it may be, after that introduction of these JCIT appeals, we can transfer the cases from the CIT to JCIT, JCIT to what, ma? CIT. These provisions can be called as a transitional provisions. If any new amendment is came, because of the new amendment, Joint Commissioner of Income Tax appeals is what, ma? Introduced. Joint Commissioner of Income Tax is introduced. Now, okay, 2022, all the orders are available before, ma? CIT. 2022, there is no JCIT appeals. On that occasion, all the orders are available before CIT. Work burden is more. On that occasion, after introduction of JCIT, can you tell me, we can transfer the cases from the CIT to whom? JCIT. But already some work can be done by the whom? CIT. So that means orders can be hearing process or whatever it may be. Example, 70% of the work done by the CIT with respect to 1 file. So then remaining work only needs to be done by whom? Successor. Yes, ma. Remaining work only needs to be done. So no need to start from the beginning. Yes, ma. Where the predecessor left. Predecessor is whom in this case? CIT appeals. From that only successor can continue. If you want to transfer, example, yes, sir, this is an Bhaskar file, sir. I am only that SSC. I am making an appeal before whom? CIT. But because of the introduction of JCIT, my file transferred to whom? JCIT. At the time of transferring, yes, you need to provide a reasonable opportunity of being heard to whom? SSC. At least given chance to communicate by the whom? SSC. Because his file you are transferring from one authority to whom? Another authority. On that occasion, please given chance to communicate. Next. Sir, like this only, if any appeal was pending before JCIT, but they can also transfer to whom? CIT. JCIT is doing the work, but they are unable to do that work. They can transfer that work to higher appellate authority. Who is an higher appellate authority? CIT. Example, here 60% work done, the remaining 40% only can be done by the whom? Successor. Here also, example, yes sir, SSC is nothing but the whom? Same. I am only that SSC. Now, my file transferred from the JCIT to whom? CIT. On that occasion, they need to provide a reasonable opportunity of being heard to SSC. Are you clear with this, ma? These are the transitional provisions, not much important, but you need to know about that how that appeal disposal mechanism. If I am making an appeal, how they can give the order. That is only called as disposal. So I am making an appeal to whom? CIT. They need to hear and they need to give an order. That giving an order is called as what? Disposal of appeal. Giving an order to the SSC is only called as what? Disposal of appeal. Are you clear? Now. Left side not visible. Give me 1 minute time. Preetham, what about the previous class? Any one of you, if you are listening with the earphones or whatever it may be, so please give me confirmation. Okay, you are saying about okay. Clear? Yes, remember, ma? Okay. Now, SSC can be make an appeal before JCIT, CIT. In which form number, ma? 35. Within how many days, ma? 30 days. Remember here, even after 30 days also, SSC can make an appeal with the JCIT or CIT if there is a sufficient reason. So accepting that appeal after 30 days also, that is in the responsibility or that is in power of whom? JCIT only. If they are satisfied, they can allow the appeal even after how many days, ma? 30 days also. But general dates are how many, ma? 30. If an appellant had insufficient cause, yes, he can make an application even after 30 days also. If they are allowing that application, that's okay. Next, what is the form number? 35. MCQ important points, ma. Now, sir, normally appeals means how it will be happened. I will tell you in a general way. If I am making an appeal to JCIT, first they will fix a date and a place. Okay, they will fix the date and place means so on so place in Chennai. There is an income tax department office and you can come to that office around 2 p.m. or any other time also they can mention. So you have to go to the premises and they will ask some questions and you need to give the reasons also and you need to provide an explanations also. Yes, if possible, it will be happen. Otherwise, they can do that what adjournment also. Adjournment means postpone. So after that postponement also, same procedure, they can ask some questions, you have to give the answers. And you have to provide some proofs also. Finally, they will give you the what order. That is only called as disposal of appeal. So finally, after passing that order can be communicated to whom? Applicant. This is only the process of appeal. Can you tell me what is the process of appeal, ma? First, you have to make an application. After that, they will fix the date and place. Next, adjournment also. Next, hearing. Next one, they will pass the order. Order needs to be communicated by the appellate authority to the appellants. This is a process normally happen. But remember, so nowadays, central government is introducing the, yes ma, faceless appeals. Faceless appeals means, so normally what will happen in the practical cases, if any appeals case or whatever it may be happen, the many of the SSCs are trying to offer the bribe to the income tax authorities in order to settle the cases. Now that can be removed by using the what, faceless appeal scheme. What do you mean by the faceless appeals, Simply, who is an appellate authority? SSC don't know. Who is an SSC also? Appellate authority doesn't know. That means there is no interaction between the income tax department, appellate authorities, as well as whom? SSC. So that's why there is no chances of what, offering the bribes and taking the bribes, and there is no there is no chances of doing that what, misappropriate actions. That's why central government is notifying the what, faceless appeals also. Faceless assessments are there, faceless appeals also now there. Remember, what are the documents you have to submit along with the appeals? Please read at least once more. Memorandum of appeal. Second, a memorandum of appeal means what is that issue you are facing now. Okay, example, sir, I already paid the 5 lakh tax, sir. Since after the completion of assessment, they are asking how much amount, etc., sir, 6 lakh. Example, I paid already along with the return of income 5 lakh tax. After the completion of an assessment, assessing officer given the demand notice of how much amount, 6 lakh. Now I have a responsibility to pay the 6 lakh, but I am not satisfied with that order. So that's why I am making an appeal within 30 days with the whom, JCIT or CIT appeals. Now, yes, I have to submit along with the appeal, memorandum of appeal, what is the issue, and the order against which appeal is made. Can you tell me against which order we are making an appeal, AO order? And state the facts. So why these differences came also, and what is the grounds of appeal also. Next, notice of demand. Can you tell me notice of demand is mentioned how much amount in our example, 6 lakh. And challans, if you paid the tax in earlier, what is the proof of payment of taxes also you have to submit, sir? No. Notice of demand means nothing but what, we file the return of income. Can you tell me how much tax we paid, So 5 lakh related proof you need to submit. That is only the challans. So after the completion of an assessment, assessing officer given the assessment order along with the what, demand notice. In this demand notice, he mentioned the how much amount, 6 lakh. The demand notice also you have to submit. Simply, whatever that available data with you, that all the available data you have to submit along with the what, appeal form number 35. Now, this is an important point, listen carefully. Payment of tax before making an appeal. Example, sir, in this case, whether SSC filed the return of income or not, SSC filed the what, return of income. Now, if you want to go for an appeal before CIT or JCIT, you have to pay the tax as per the return. Can you tell me how much, file? If you paid this tax properly, then only you are eligible for making an what, appeal. In our example, he paid the tax or not, already he paid the tax. That's why he can go for an appeal before whom, CIT, JCIT. Are you clear? Sir, you need to make the payment of tax before going for an appeal. If return filed as per the return of income, what is the tax liability you have, 5 lakh. If you paid that amount through the challan, then only you are eligible to make an appeal before the CIT appeals. Sir, suppose in some cases, if you are not filed the return of income, so it will be also happen. I will create an example. EAO, SSC. Can you tell me SSC is not filed the return of income? If an SSC is not filed the return of income, can you tell me which assessment can be conducted by the assessing officer? Best judgment assessment. Best judgment assessment order given, and the demand notice also given. He is asking the rupees 11 lakh tax in the demand notice. Now, yes, you have an option silently. Yes, if you agreed that, yes, if you agreed with that assessment, you have to pay the tax within how many days, 30 days. Payment of tax you have to do within how many days, 30 days. No, sir, I am not agreeing with this order, sir. Now I want to make an appeal. Can I go for that appeal, If you are not agreed with the what, assessment, can you go for an appeal? Yes, you can go for an appeal. Yes, you can go for an appeal. Yes, JCIT or whom, CIT appeal within how many days, 30 days only. Now, what is my point? If you want to make an appeal before the whom, JCIT appeals or CIT appeals, JCIT appeals, CIT appeals, you have to pay the tax that equal to what, advance tax. If you file the return of income, as per return of income, whatever the tax is there, that you have to pay. But here we are not filed the return of income. Before making this appeal, can you tell me what is that requirement you need to satisfy, Pay the tax, that payment of tax equal to what, Payment of tax that is an equal to what, advance tax. During the previous year, you know how to calculate advance tax, etc. In 4 installment, we are going to clear that entire amount. If you paid, then only you will eligible for filing the appeal before the whom, CIT or JCIT appeals. In some cases, department can remove this also. Without the payment also, they can accept the appeal. That is in the hands of whom, appellate authority. Please check it out, If return not filed, you should pay an amount equal to advance tax. In certain cases, yes, they can accept the appeal without the payment of the what, advance tax also, if there is a sufficient reason. If there is a sufficient reason, it is an important point. If you file the return, you have to pay the amount mentioned in the return of income if you want to go for an appeal. Next, if you are not filed the return of income, you have to pay that amount equal to what, advance tax. Some cases, they can give the relaxation. Without the payment of an advance tax also, you can go for an appeal. Don't do that disturbance, ma, because the sleeping persons can be awake, not you. Last one person is there. Now, so last attempt, EO batch, there is a magic because some students, like 1 or 2 students, are regular batch students for me. The regular batch means not for one attempt. I think first we have one initiation. Like if any student once paid the fees, we need to give the service till their qualification. That policy we haven't started. That is misused by the many students. That's why we have discontinued that policy. On that occasion, 3 students are enrolled. 1 from Kerala and 2 from the Chennai only. They are attending yearly for the 2 years, always the regular batch. Whatever it may be, they are not qualified upon that time. So they are attending for the 3 times regular batch. They have in the class now. That's why we haven't rapport. If they are sleeping now, I'm saying, okay, please stand up. So all the students, so maybe 1 or 2 students are perfect persons will be there. Except that all the students will be in the classroom standing and they are listening the class. So now that I don't have that much of liberty. So now you are only commanding me. So that's why I don't have that much of liberty. That's why don't be in sleepy mode. Okay. If you have a sleepy feelings, go and okay, from here to here, yes, you can walk around and after that you can come. Not for you. I'm saying another person point of. Okay. Okay. After 5, without wasting 1 minute, we can, if any person wants to sleep, okay, sleep well for 2 hours, then you can go to your home. After 5. Before that, you can be active. Next one. What is the fees we are going to pay? Sir, many students are thinking, sir, appeal, sir, application we have to file in a form number 35, but along with the fees. What is that fees, ma? Total income computed by AO. AO means in the assessment order, we can mention the what, ma? Total income, not as per SSE. As per assessing officer, what is the total income? Please check. If that is in 1 lakh or less, sir, 250. If that is in 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 500. If that is an above 2 lakh, 1000. Remember, doubled, again doubled. Okay, now I have a doubt. Anyone in the class, please try to resolve my doubt. So normally, basic exemption limit itself 2,50,000. The basic exemption limit is how much, ma? 2,50,000. No need to file the return of income, na? Then why this appeals point will came? Huh? You can translate. It is not additional tax. Total income computed by AO means whatever the total income computed by AO only, not additional income computed by AO. Why you are thinking from individual point of view? Company also there, partnership firm also there. Okay, remember that. Okay, even though if I have in the 10 lakh, ma, I'm declaring 10 lakh total income. If an assessing officer declared as an 12 lakh, can you tell me in which case we have, ma? Above 2 lakh. What is the fees, ma? 1,000 I need to pay before making an appeal. Last one, other case, you can write a stay of grant, stay of demand. Stay of what, ma? Demand. I will tell you after some time, ma. So in other cases, what is that fees they are expecting, ma? 250. Minimum 250. It can be doubled. Doubled can be doubled. How much, ma? 1,000. No. In this example, please let me know. Assessing officer issued the demand notice of how much amount, ma? 6 lakh. Now, SSE wants to make an appeal before the JCIT or CIT appeals, ma. So can you tell me JCIT and CIT appeals can take some time to dispose the order. In order to give the order, they have to take some time. But still, AO wants to give the pressure in order to collect the what, ma? Demand notice tax. Because in that provisions, they are given the clarity about, yes, you have to collect within 30 days. After that, if you are not giving the response, we can levy the interest also. If you are not giving the response still also, we can recover the taxes by way of assets attachment also. Now, but we are making an appeal to whom? JCIT appeals. That's why JCIT can say, hold the demand up to until order passed by the whom? JCIT. Because that case is now in the hands of whom? JCIT appeals. Until the given the order of JCIT or CIT, demand notice can be stayed. Stay means nothing but what, ma? Hold over. It can be hold over up to order given by the whom? JCIT. So for safety purpose only, you collected the what, ma? Return of income tax also. In some cases, you can collect the advance tax also. There is no risk for the department. So that's why you can hold until the given order, but until the order given by the whom? JCIT or CIT appeals. That is only the point, ma. Yes, please check it out. The next point. Power of grant of stay. Who can give the power of grant of stay, ma? CIT and JCIT. Who can apply, ma? SSE can apply to the JCIT, CIT. Sir, that fellow asking the tax liability, sir, until your order, I don't want to pay the tax liability to the department. Like that, if you applied with the how much amount, ma? 250 rupees. Then I will give the grant of stay of demand for the, yes, ma? SSE. Are you clear? Now, procedure already I told her. Fixation of place. Hearing, yes, you can go. On behalf of you, your authorized representative also can go. On behalf of your client, you also can go. Next one, ma, some cases it can be adjourned. After doing that inquiries, they can pass the order. This order can be communicated to whom? Applicants. This order can be applicant to, communicated to applicant. Next, 4 marks important question, remember. Production of additional evidences. What is that, ma? Production of additional evidences. So these 4 points are similar one only, but there is a marginal gap between the points, remember. Additional evidence, not a complete evidences, ma. If you are not submitted any evidences before AO, now you have a chance to submit before appellate authority, JCIT or CIT. I will tell you one by one, ma. Initially, during that assessment conducted by the assessing officer, I want to submit some deduction related proof. But they are refused, sir. Now I have a chance to submit in front of whom JCIT as well as whom CIT appeals. So this is a simple point. Yes. AO already completed assessment, ma. Yes, that order is agreed or not agreed by the SC, ma? Not agreed. So now we are making an appeal before the whom JCIT appeals or CIT appeals. So now definitely we can submit some evidences before them. What are the evidences we can submit, ma? First one, if AO refused the evidences, now you have a chance to submit before whom JCIT. Second one, ma, where appellant was prevented by sufficient cause from providing the evidence before AO. It's your mistake only. You are not submitted before AO because of some sufficient reason. Now you can submit before whom JCIT and JCIT appeals. Example. They are asking one proof. What is that proof? They are asking the LIC premium paid certificate. But I don't have that certificate in my hands. I want to go to that LIC office or online also. I need to download. It will take certain time. Within that time, they are passing that order without considering my evidence. I am not at all submitted because of what my sufficient reason. Now I can submit before whom JCIT appeal. Previously, they refused that. I am given the LIC certificate. I am given the 80, example we can take, 80G donation. 80G donations, that means I am giving the donation to one charitable trust. I provided the certificate, but they are not considered that. They ignored them. Now you can submit before JCIT? Yes. Second one, I want to submit that ATC life insurance premium related evidence, but I am unable to submit because the document is not available with me. So now we can make a provide to whom JCIT, CIT. Third one, appellant prevented by sufficient cause before AO, but AO is calling for such evidence multiple times. Example, SSC declared SSC declared the medical insurance policy some amount. So AO calling for such evidence, but we are unable to produce such evidence before whom AO. Now you have a chance to submit before whom CIT as well as JCIT. Next one, sir, assessing officer is not given a chance to submit, sir. Directly he passed an order without asking the what proofs and without giving chance to submit the what proofs. In these 4 cases, you can submit the additional evidences before whom Joint Commissioner of Income Tax as well as Commissioner of Income Tax. So 4 cases, randomly I will explain, remember. First case, AO refused. Second case, yes ma'am, I want to submit, but due to some reason I am unable to submit before AO. Now I can submit before the JCIT, CIT. AO asking for evidence, but I am not submitted because of sufficient reason. Now I can submit before whom JCIT, CIT. Last one, they are not given a chance. Directly they passed an assessment order. Now I can submit before whom JCIT, CIT. Definitely 4 mark question. Yes. Next point. Amendment. What is a power? What is a power? Remember, already completed assessment is there. Now they can confirm that assessment. They can confirm means what, ma? So can you tell me, assessing officer given the order to that SSC, along with that order, what is the DN, ma? 6 lakh. Yes, ma. What is the demand notice, ma? 6 lakh. Along with the return of income, you paid only how much, ma? 5 lakh. Extra tax, how much amount they are demanded? 6 lakh. Extra 6 lakh. Now I am making an appeal to JCIT or whom CIT appeals. Now JCIT, CIT can pass the order, whatever the assessment done by the assessing officer, that is correct only. Confirm means what, ma? That is correct. Second one, we can enhance certain areas, sir. That assessment is not correct, sir. This fellow is not verifying that all the areas. Now we can add some more areas and we can conduct the assessment again. Last one, we can reduce the scope of assessment. What is the power? Remember this, ma? Confirm, enhance, reduce. Third one, yes, ma. These 3 things you have to remember, ma. Confirm means whatever it may be, that isn't correct. Enhance means some more areas we can add and we can conduct the assessment again. Reduce means already he done that what, ma? Many areas we can exclude some areas and we can pass the assessment order. But this is an amended point, ma. Now you can read. CIT appeals has a power to set aside the assessment and direct the what, ma? Fresh assessment where the appeal is related to what, ma? 144. Example, if AO passed, remember, if AO passed, I'm changing the example, ma. If AO passed an assessment order under section what, ma? 144. Can you tell me 144 means what, ma? Best judgment assessment. Now, with respect to this best judgment assessment, SSE making an appeal to whom? JCIT appeal or CIT appeal. Example, suppose here CIT appeals. Now, CIT appeal easily can say whatever the assessment it is wrong, please set aside, and they can order the AO to conduct the fresh assessment again. So normally all assessment related powers are 3 mark. What are the powers? 3: confirm, enhance, reduce. But can you tell me the last they are added as an amendment? If that order is an 144 order, that means what? Best judgment assessment order. So then assessing officer already passed the order under section 144 and SSE making an appeal to CIT. Yes, CIT appeals have an power to set aside this order. Now we can direct the assessing officer to conduct the fresh assessment. Clear? Now, what is the time limit for disposal of appeal? What is the time limit for disposal of appeal? Any idea? Disposal means giving the order. Within how much time they need to give the order? So, how many months, how many years? 1 year from the end of the financial year in which appeal was made. Appeal made on this date. So, please check it out. What is that year end? Yes, from that 1 year, yes, within this time, you have to pass the order. Who needs to pass the order? CID, JCID. Remember, we are getting an MCQs repeatedly from the time limits, from the applications, form number as well as fees. Now I'm revising the total points. Remember, what is the form number for making an appeal before the JCIT CID? 35. Within how many days? 30 days. After 30 days, can I make an appeal if I have a sufficient reason? Yes. What is the fees? If I having the total income less than 1 lakh. Sorry. What is that, 250. Less than 1 lakh or 1 lakh 250. 1 lakh to 2 lakh? Above 2 lakh? Any other case? Yes. Next one. Yes, CID appeals or JCID appeals have power to give the stay of grant on demand. Yes. Until that order given by the JCID and CID, income tax authorities shall not proceed with the demand notice. Now, what is the powers of the JCID and CID? Confirm, enhance, reduce. But with respect to the 144 order, they have power to set aside the already passed order and they can direct the fresh order also. What is the maximum time limit to pass the order? Yes, can you tell me? Within 1 year from the end of the financial year in which appeal was made. Next, appeal before whom? ITAT. Can you tell me who can be applicants before ITAT? SSE also can become an applicant, or department also can make an appeal before whom? ITAT. Yes, the second point, remember, yes, who can constitute the ITAT? ITAT means nothing but it is an income tax appellate tribunal. That means a court in front of an income tax law. It will dealing only that income tax issues, like national company law tribunal is there in company law. Like here, we haven't ITAT. It is like a court. It can be dealing only that income tax issues. Who constituted the ITAT? Central government. This is a self-study point. You can read on your own. So, just overall, I will tell you. Okay, overall. Sir, in ITAT, definitely we have 2 members. One is a judicial member, another one is an accountant member. Who is in that expert in the field of advocate, like a judge. That person can become as a judicial member. The accountant member means CA or CMA who have the knowledge in that accountancy. That person can become the member as a accountant. One judicial member, one accountant member, and the president of ITAT. These 3 only. Can you tell me, this is important? Central government shall appoint the president of ITAT. What is the qualification needs to possess by the president of ITAT? Yes, sir. Having the judge of, he is in a position of judge of High Court. At least how many years? 7 years. Sir, if any person wants to be appointed as a president of ITAT, so if you are acting as a High Court judge at least 7 years, that person only can be appointed as a president of ITAT. Clear, Mark? So how many members? 2 members. One is a judicial, another one accountant. Yes, president having the qualification of judge of an High Court having how many years experience? 7 years. Now remember. Yes, ma'am. Normally bench means hearing bench. So if you are in SSC, you come to that yes, ma'am, court. So whoever the judges are there, the judges only called as a bench. So now bench can be termed into, yes, president of bench can be consist of president of ITAT, judicial member, accountant member. This one can be called as bench. Who are hearing your case, that only called as bench. Single judge bench also there. Generally, if I am saying the bench anywhere, this is only the combination. Bench means this is only the combination. So single judge bench, if I am saying anywhere single judge bench, can you tell me? Any one of the member, either judicial or accountant, along with president. President will be always there, and any one of the judicial member or accountant member only hearing your case. That is only single judge bench. So some cases they can give it as a special judge bench. That means judicial also, accountant also, we can recruit other member also, all together along with the president. That is only called as special judge. In exam, these are the technical words they are going to give you. If you haven't just one time knowledge over this, definitely you can write the answers. How many ma? General bench, single judge bench, special judge bench. Clear? Shall I go with the one more ma? So just I don't know, in appeals chapter, time is there. In appeals chapter, this is an important point from the first introduction of this chapter itself. This is an important reason ma. If that is a single judge bench, can you tell me what ma? If that is a single judge bench, president or any other member of tribunal, any other means nothing but any one member, either judicial or account. Meaning is what ma? This is a single judge bench. May dispose the case. Dispose means what ma? Giving the order. Pertains to SSE. If that SSE total income computed by AO is not exceeding the what ma? 50 lakh. That means the single judge bench can give the order with respect to that SSE who having the total income less than how much ma? 50 lakhs. Clear? So because one person only working as an what ma? Judge, in case of single judge bench, that's why the power is also restricted. Yes, they can give the order only for the SSEs who having the total income computed by the AO is less than. Yeah. No. I will show one MCQ. Maybe if you have an energy, you can find that MCQ answer. Monetary limit for disposing a case by the single member of ITAT. Single member of ITAT means what ma? Single judge bench. Answer. Clear? Now we can continue with the further ma. Now, sir, bench means a group of judges along with the president only. Sir, if they having the differences of opinion among the bench, example, 4 members are there ma. Will it be possible? Yes, in special judge bench, 3 or more, 4 also can be there. Suppose in the bench 4 members are there ma. Yes, 3 members are saying one opinion, 1 member is saying another opinion. Equally divided or not equally divided? Not equally divided. Ma, how many members are there ma? 4. Remember, 4 members. If 4 members are agreeing with each other, they have a single opinion, no issue. If 3 persons having one opinion and 1 person having a different opinion, so not equally divided or equally divided? Not equally divided. What we need to do ma? Opinion of majority will prevail. So suppose 2 members are saying one thing, 2 members are saying one other thing. That means what ma? Equally divided. What we need to do ma? Remember. Here, the differentiation related points is there na? The differentiation points we have to refer to the other members of the tribunal. So other member is there. So that other members also agreeing with this bench. So nothing but we have to give the reference to that what ma? Third party. Third party also added to them. Can you tell me now which one is a majority ma? This one is a majority. So that only refer. Remember, opinion of majority of the members who heard the case, including the other members, including first who are here. First, can you tell me who heard the case ma? These 2 and these 2. Now, other member added to them. That's why the opinion of majority will prevail here. So this is an important concept ma. So maybe you can take it as a light. Opinion of majority you can write easily. If equally divided, what we need to do ma? We can refer these points to any other member. Other member given the vote to anyone also, that only will prevail. Clear? Next. Now the same flow. Whatever the CIT and JCIT appeals we discussed, in the same flow only we will go around. Time limit and form. Can you tell me what is the time limit and form number we have to follow ma? So previously 35. Now what ma? How many days? Within how many days ma? 60 days. Even after 60 days also you can make an application before the ITAT. What are the documents you have to submit? The same ma. Fees now we can discuss. Now we can discuss about the what ma? Fees. Same ma. Total income computed by AO 1 lakh or 1 lakh less 500. 1 lakh to 2 lakh. Can you tell me what ma? Tripled. Remember, more than 2 lakh, 1% of assessed income, but maximum how much amount ma? 10,000. Shall we calculate ma? Your total income is 10 lakh. Your total income computed by AO, okay. Your total income computed by AO is 20 lakh ma. Yes, now, can you tell me what is the fees we are going to pay ma? 1% of what ma? 20 lakh. Can you tell me 1% of 20 lakh? 20? Yes, or what ma? Yes ma, or what ma? 10,000, whichever is lower. Which one is a lower ma? 10,000. This is only the fees you are going to pay. Are you clear? Next one ma. If you want to apply for stay of demand, they are asking the minimum amount of what ma? 500. In front of an ITAT, department also can making an appeal. While making an appeal by the department, there is no fees. If you are making an appeal, then only this fees list will be applicable. If an department is making the appeal, no fees. And memorandum of cross objections, ma, I will tell you the memorandum of cross objections in the next concept. There is no fees also. So, can I repeat the fees ma? AO computed the total income, that is 1 lakh or 1 lakh less 500. Yes, ma, 1 lakh to 2 lakh, 1500. Yes, ma, more than 2 lakh, 1% of assessed income by the AO or 10,000, whichever is lower. Memorandum of cross objections, nil. If an appeal filed by the department, nil. Yes, ma, stay of demand related, 500. CIT before stay of demand, what is the fees, ma? 250. No. What is the memorandum of cross objections? Now I will tell you. Please check it out the screen. Half an hour, this chapter can be over. I will give a break also. I don't want to run in a hurry way because the memorandum of cross objections in an item, they are given for the 4 marks. It is an easy concept. You want to know at least once. Yeah. Ma, in front of ITAT, who can become an applicant? Ma? Either SSE also, department also. If an SSE is an applicant, the defendant is who? Ma? Department. If an SSE is an applicant, who is a defendant? Ma? Department. If department is an applicant, who is a defendant? Ma? SSE. That means opposite person. No. Sir, always applicant will say some objections. Applicant will say what, ma? Some objections. Now, ITAT will send the notices to whom, ma? Defendant. Defendant needs to give the cross objections. Whatever the objections they file, for that defendants needs to give the what, ma? Cross objections in form number what, ma? 36A. Within how many days, ma? 30 days. In order to file these memorandum of cross objections, is there any fees, ma? No. Sir, one person is giving the complaint against me, sir. If I want to defend myself, do I need to pay any fees? No. The same concept here also. They are saying some objection. I want to defend myself. I want to give the cross objection. No need to pay any fees. Clear, ma? But what is the time limit, ma? 30 days. But in certain cases, tribunal can accept the belated memorandum of cross objections also. Even after 30 days also, you can file the cross objections. Are you clear? No. I want to take nearly 10 to 15 minutes for the next point. Listen carefully. Many students are asking the doubts about this point only. The reason is there. Please listen next point clearly. Okay. Shall we create example, ma? A long example we can create. Okay. Online, are you there? Please try to give a reply for me, ma. Now, AO given order to SSC. SSC filed the return of income. He paid that what, ma? 5 lakh. But along with that AO order, they are given the demand notice of how much amount, ma? Rupees 6 lakh. Okay. So now we are going with the appeal with the whom, ma? CIT appeals. CIT appeals is given the order in favor of department only. They are given the order in favor of whom, ma? Department. So now what SSC will do, ma? SSC can make an application before whom, ma? ITAT. So here within 30 days you have to make. Here after that how many days, ma? Within 60 days. Now, if you want to make an appeal before the CIT appeal, can you tell me what is that fees you are, what is that tax you are going to pay, ma? At least here you are filed the return of income now. Yes, you have to pay the what, ma? The amount mentioned in your return of income. If you pay, then only they will accept the what, ma? Appeal. Earlier we discussed at this point, ma. If you want to make an appeal before the CIT appeals or JCIT appeals, what is the requirement, ma? If you file the return of income, you have to pay the tax as per the return. If you are not filed the return of income, you have to pay that what, ma? Advance tax. So it's over and in favor of department only who given the order, ma? CIT. Now ITAT taken the appeal. ITAT also, yes, ma, can give the grant of stay because the assessing officers wants to recover the how much amount of tax from the SSC, sir? 6 lakh. First, if I want to recover, who are giving the stay of demand, ma? CIT. Now who can give the stay of demand, ma? ITAT, because until that order given by the ITAT, yes, sir, SSC cannot know about his tax liability. So that's why demand proceedings can be stayed until the order given by the what, ma? ITAT. But ITAT don't want to take the much risk, ma. The reason is there. What is the reason? In first level itself, you lost. So that's why they will ask, sir, please pay at least 20% of outstanding demand. Yes, I will give the order. But if you want to get the stay of demand, at least you have to pay that how much, ma? 20% of stay of demand. Can you calculate 20%? Please, ra. 1,20,000. Then they can give the stay of demand. Oh, yes, ma. Here stay of demand can be given for unlimited time. Until the order given by the CIT, stay of demand will be there. But here the stay of demand can be given by the ITAT for how many days, ma? 180 days only. How many days, ma? 180 days. Within 180 days, if an ITAT fails to give the judgment, it can be extended to the original plus extension. Original plus what, ma? Extension. It shall not exceed how many days, ma? 365 days. Yes, ma, are you clear? First, they are giving the 180 days. If bench not working properly, if they are not giving the judgment within 180 days, within how many days they need to pass the order, ma? That means stay of grant initially can be allocated for 180 days. It can be extended to how many days, ma? 365 days maximum. Okay. As per the provisions of Income Tax Act 1961, after 365 days also, suppose if ITAT not pass the order, stay of demand, after 365 days, still order not passed, sir. After 365 days, stay automatically what ma? Vacated. As per Income Tax Act provisions is what ma? Stay will be automatically vacated. Remember, sir, here they don't want to take the risk. That's why they are collected the minimum amount as a deposit. What is the minimum amount, ma? 20%. So first they are giving the stay of grant for the how many days, ma? 180 days. If within 180 days they are not passing the order, that's why they can extend the yes, ma, stay of demand for how many days, ma? 365. After 365 also, if they are not passing the order, yes, stay of demand is automatically vacated as per Income Tax Act 1961. Okay. Now please open the our content, ma. Order of stay of demand. Can you tell me how much amount of fees we have to pay? 500. 500 if you pay, then only they can give the what, ma? Stay of demand. And you have to pay the deposit, how much amount, ma? 20%. Next one, stay of demand can be given only for how many days, ma? 180 days. If an ITAT fails to give the judgment within 180 days, because of whose fault, ma? Department fault. ITAT fault. So SSC always coming for that appeals and coming for hearing also, but who fails to give the judgment, ma? ITAT fails to give the judgment because bench is not working properly. So that's why they can give the extension. Original plus extension can be how many days, ma? Yes, ma, how many days? Next. If appeal not disposed within a period allowed, that is 365 days, stay of demand is automatically vacated after how many days, ma? 365 days. As per Income Tax Act 1961, they are given clearly, even though order not given by the HUMA, ITAT, after how many days? 365 days, stay of demand can be vacated. Okay. Pepsi Foods company, yes, fighted against this point and they won the what, ma? Case. One case law. First time I introduced one case law, you have to remember this case law also. Pepsi Foods Limited. What is that, ma? Pepsi Foods Limited. What is that point? I will tell you. Shall we write, ma? Remember. First, as per Income Tax Act 1961, what is the procedure? We know already. Initially, 180. If they are not given the judgment within 180, we can extend original plus extension how many days, ma? After 365 days, if order not disposed by the ITAT, after that stay of demand will be automatically vacated. Sir, normally, after 365 days, order is not given means whose fault, ma? ITAT fault. Then give the extension. What is the point? Order of stay shall stand vacated after the expiry of 365 days. If mistake is on side of whom? SSC. If an SSC is the reason, then that will be vacated. If the department or ITAT is a reason, the stay of demand can be continued. Shall I write it down normally? So remember, only the delay in disposing the appeal attributable to the SSC, then that can be vacated. Otherwise, stay of demand can be continued. I will write this summary. No need to write it down. I think summary also written in your handwritten notes. Okay, listen. Yes, ma. Initially, IT can give the how many days, ma? 180 days. It can be extended 180 days plus how many days, ma? Extension 365 days. Now, if order not disposed, even within how many days, ma? Within 365 days, then you have to find out the reason. Yes, ma. Why that order is not disposed within 365 days? The reason is related to whom, ma? SSC. If reason related to SSC, then stay vacated or continued, ma? Vacated. You only not attended for that hearing, sir. So that's why stay vacated. If that reason not disposing within 365 days, the reason, yes, ma, related to whom, ma? So ITAT. Bench is not working properly, sir. Bench is not working properly. That means judges are not working properly. So they haven't leaves or whatever it may be. They are busy with the many other cases or whatever it may be. So that is an ITAT mistake. Stay holds are discontinued, ma? Holds. Stay holds. Sir, this is from first version. I told this case law in every attempt, sir. Sir, general provision, it's over. And as per Pepsi Foods, if you are applying, because of the SSC reason, yes, you can vacate the what, ma? Stay of the because of an ITAT reason, it is delayed. Yes, stay holds only. So last attempt, 7-mark question, this is only. Okay, if you want to read the reason, What happened, bro? Hero, Vinu. This is only the question, ma. Ants Private Limited could not succeed at that appeal before whom, ma? CIT. That means before CIT, yes, who failed the case, ma? So who got an against judgment, ma? Company got an what, ma? Against judgment in front of CIT. For the deletion of addition of what, ma? 75 lakh made by the assessing officer in scrutiny assessment. Normally, AO done the what, ma? 75 lakh addition in the scrutiny assessment. Against that, we are making an appeal before CIT. CIT is also given the order in favor of whom, ma? AO. Now, can you tell me, Ants Private Limited wants to make an appeal before whom, ma? ITAT. And they want to get the stay of collection of tax, stay of demand they want to get. So can you tell me, first they can be given for how many days, ma? 180 days. Subsequently, they are extended for how many days, ma? 365 days. Even after 365 days, that appeal was not disposed by the ITAT. Definitely, after 365 days, normally, yes, ma, AO wants to collect the tax by way of issuing the what, ma? Demand notice. So, but the stay granted by the ITAT got vacated immediately after the expiry of 365 days. That action of AO issuing the demand notice is correct or incorrect? Incorrect. You have to write that answer in two views, ma. First, okay, within 365 days, order was not passed. The reason isn't related to SSC. Then, can you tell me, the reason is related to whom, ma? SSC. Can you tell me, stay vacated, AO can issue the what, ma, now? AO can issue the what, ma? Demand notice to SSC for collection of what, ma? Tax. Here SSC action, assessing officer action will be what, ma? Valid. Now stay holds when, ma? Because of, so within 365 days order not disposed. The reason is related to whom, ma? ITAT. It is a purely ITAT mistake. Stay holds only if AO issuing the demand notice during the stay holding period. Yes, this action will be what, ma? Invalid. Are you clear, ma, up to now? Yes, please give me confirmation about understanding of this concept, ma. Clear? Sir, if you are not understood, please let me know. Holds means continue. They cannot send the demand notice because stay is there, then they cannot collect the tax until the order given by the ITAT. Stay holds only. Yes, you can't do this activity for collecting of tax. You can't issue the demand notice because stay continuing only until that order given by the whom, ITAT. That is an interpretation only, Peter Parker. So they cannot give the stay of demand with the free of cost normally. So that's why I'm saying it is not an amendment. Any other case means nothing but what, ma? Other than, so normally one student asking the doubt relating to, sir, here any other case means what? Simply I'm saying as an what, ma? Stay of demand. In front of CIT, if you want to get the stay of demand, so normally they are not saying any particular fees, but in any other case fees only they are asking, that is an 250. But in front of an ITAT, if you want to get the stay of demand, can you tell me how much amount you have to pay? 500. Memorandum of cross objections related? No fees. If an appeal filed by the department? No fees. What is the form number? 36 for making an appeal before ITAT. For submission of memorandum of cross objection, form number 36A. Listen again, sir. I don't have energy to repeat. సగం నిద్రపోతారు, సగం లెగుస్తారు. నిన్ను కాదమ్మను ఫీల్ అవుకు. So I don't want to say anything about you or any other also. సగం నిద్రపోయి సగం లేచి క్లాస్ మళ్ళీ కావాలి అంటే I can't repeat it. Again, I want to repeat for my satisfaction purpose only. You can sleep well. Okay, now listen again. Okay, I will write it down, ma. Important. Yes, ma. AO and SSC. SSC files the what, ma? Return of income. What is that amount you paid as a tax? 5 lakh. AO given the order. Yes, can you tell me? Assessment order he given along with the demand notice also given. What is the tax liability mentioned in the demand notice? 6 lakh. Now definitely AO wants to collect the tax from the SSC, that 6 lakhs only. Can you tell me he agreed or disagreed, ma? Disagreed. Now he wants to make an appeal in front of whom, JCIT appeal or whom, CIT appeal. How many days, ma? Within 30 days. But one requirement we need to satisfy before making an appeal. You have to make the payment of the 5 lakh fees. Then only they will accept the what, ma? Appeal. But can you tell me? Here, that order can be given by the JCIT and CIT appeals within how many years, ma? 1 year. Generally, 1 year from the end of the financial year in which that appeal filed. Sir, until that order given by the, yes, ma? JCIT, CIT, they can collect the demand notice amount of no. Why, ma? We are applying. That means SSC will apply for the what, ma? Stay. Yes, sir. Can you tell me what is the fees, ma? 250. then they can give the what ma? Stay of demand. Can you tell me stay of demand here limited time or unlimited time? Unlimited time until that order given by the whom? CID appears. Sir, can you tell me in this example, yes ma, order, yes ma, order given in favor of whom? Order given against whom? Against SSE. So now what SSE will do? That order can be appealable before whom? ITAT. So that can be appeal before whom? ITAT. So here what is that form number ma? 35. Here what is that form number ma? 36. Within how many days ma? 60 days. So now that can be appealable before the ITAT. Now, can you tell me automatically here also SSE can make an appeal? Yes ma, please check it out clearly. SSE can make an appeal before ITAT for getting the stay. What is that amount we have to pay ma? Rupees 500. In addition to that, you have to make a deposit of what ma? 20% of outstanding deposit. 20% of that, how much amount ma? 6 lakh. 1,20,000 if you pay as a deposit, then they can give the stay of demand. Yes ma, for maximum first how many days ma? 180 days. Within 180 days, they need to give the what ma? Order. Within 180 days, they need to give the order. If fails to give the judgment within how many days ma? 180 days. So then can you tell me what they can do ma? Original period, yes, plus extension, yes, all together they can give that what ma? 365 days. Yes, remember. As per Income Tax Act 1961 provisions, after 365 days, stay of demand will be what ma? Automatically vacated. Automatically vacated means nothing but what ma? After completion of 365 days, if that order not given by the whom ma? ITAT, yes, AO wants to collect the tax from whom ma? SSE directly, because stay of demand initially they are given for 180. If they are not given within the 180 days, that order not given within 180 days, that can be extended to how many days ma? 365. As per Income Tax Act 1961, if they are fails to give the judgment within how many days ma? 365 days, stay of demand automatically vacated. Vacated means now stay of demand is not there. Directly AO can collect the tax from SSE. How much amount? Balance only. 4,80,000 because already we paid that what ma? Okay, now they can collect the remaining amount as well as interest. Remember. Sir, but as per the one case law, if you want to write that answer, what is that ma? Pepsi Foods Limited. What is that ma? Pepsi Foods Limited. Now, this argument isn't happened. So, after 365 days, okay, within 365 days also, you are doing a time pass. Why I need to bear that amount of payment of tax ma? So, that's why, can you tell me the reason for not giving order within how many days ma? Not giving order within how many days ma? Within 365 days, if the reason is SSE. Sir, SSE fault. Can you tell me? Stay vacated or continued ma? Vacated. So then AO can collect the tax from the SSE without any thought. Because stay is vacated here. Remember? Or maybe the reason related to whom ma? ITAT. Because of an ITAT fault, bench is not working. That's why. Order not passed. That's why stay continued or so stay is continued. So this is only the point. Clear ma? Sai, please give me confirmation about your understanding. If you are unable to understood anything also, read the line by line. After that also, read line by line again. At any time, in one point, you will get a knowledge. You will get a trick also, how to write the question, how to understand that also. Pencil or pen you can take and you can underline and you can write, you can read continuously. Then you will get an understanding about the every concept also. Give me confirmation about your understanding, ma. And one more thing, if you are not understood anything, if that is a difficult concept, if you are asking, I can tell you in a number of ways, ma. Maybe first time I'm not presenting in this way. Next time I'm presenting. If you're asking one more time, I don't know how can I present also. That is an instant only. How can I present also? I don't know exactly. So that's why if you're not understood, you can ask. And in personally also you can ask. I can try to explain. If you are not lifting the call, if I'm not seeing the message, and don't create any personal grudge on me. I have my own headaches. I have many my own headaches. That's why that may not be possible. Okay. Okay. Now, remember ma. So now, central government is notifying the faceless appeal scheme for making an appeal before what ma? ITAT also. Previously we discussed in front of JCIT, CIT, we can make an appeals in a what ma? Faceless manner. Here also we have a what ma? Faceless. Remember. What is the power of JCIT and CIT ma? Confirm, enhance, reduce. In case of 144 assessment order, set aside and direct the assessment. Here, confirm is there, reduce is there, enhancement is not there, remember. And set aside and direct the fresh assessment is there. There is a third one. That means already assessment was done, that can be confirmed, or we can reduce the some areas and we can conduct the assessment. Third one, so please cancel the already completed assessment. Now we can start the what ma? New assessment. Time limit important. Within how many years ma? 4 years from the year in which the application was made. Sir, many students are writing the wrong answer for this time limit. CIT, JCIT, 1 year. ITAT, 4 years. That too can pass. Can means what ma? They have a liberty. If possible, they will pass because the many applications are pending in front of that. Many applications are what, ma? Pending in front of that. Are you clear? No. Appeal to High Court. What is that, ma? Appeal to High Court. Sir, here also SSC can or department can be appealed. There is no form numbers, right? So public at large can make an application before High Court, sir. For you, you can go to the Chennai High Court. For me, I don't know in Andhra where the High Court is located. So that is continuously rotating only. If government changes, High Court is one place. So now that is located in Amaravati. Now I have clarity. But I will tell you, if you want to make an appeal with the High Court, within how many days, ma? 120 days from the ITAT order, you can make an application before the High Court. Remember, High Court having the many cases they want to deal. So that's why if there is any question of law or question of fact involved, that means what, ma? If there is any interpretation issues, then only you can make an application before the what, ma? High Court. So computation issues or ego issues, you can't make an ESMA appeal before the ITAT. If that is a question of law or question of fact issues, then only you can make an application before the what, ma? High Court. Once High Court accepted this appeal, means what, ma? That is a question of law or question of fact only. Interpretation issues. While reading the provision, we have two meanings, ma. I am taking the one meaning. Department is taking another meaning. Which one is incorrect? That will be decided by High Court. Clear? Now, remember that High Court can be hearing this case not less than how many judges, ma? 2 judges. At least 2 judges needs to hear. Remember, next point. So difference of meaning among the judges is there. Majority will prevail. Equally divided. Then we have to refer to that what, ma? One more judges. One more judge is saying yes, the rest will prevail. One more judge is saying no, no will prevail. So can you tell me? Suppose 2 judges are there, ma. Suppose okay, 3 judges are there, ma, totally. At least needs to be here by 2 judges. But now 3 judges are there. Can you tell me 2 judges are saying one thing, another judge is saying one thing? Can you tell me majority will prevail? That is what, ma? 2. Suppose 4 judges are working, ma. 2 is saying yes, 2 is saying no. Which one will prevail? Refer to the other person. Other person is saying no. Can you tell me which one is a majority? No. Now, I think already I said this point, ma. High Court have an power to review its order. Already 2 years back, one order passed, ma. Because of new evidence, because of mistake apparent on the record, and if any other sufficient reason, they can review their order and they can change the contents of the order also. Sir, ITAT order, in that we found some mistakes, ma. That can be rectified by using 254. CIT order, in a morning session I explained, ma. Rectification we have in 2 sections, 154, 254. 154 can be used by the AO, CIT appeals. In that order, if they have a mistake, they can rectify by using 154. ITAT already passed order. In that, if any mistake is there, ITAT can rectify by using the what, 254. But High Court and Supreme Court, they have a power to review their own order. On that occasion, they can rectify the what, mistakes also. Next, appeal to whom, Supreme Court. SSC or department can make an appeal to Supreme Court against the High Court order within how many days, ma? 90 days. Now, number of days, ma? First 30 days, ITAT 60 days, High Court 120 days, Supreme Court 90 days. So Supreme Court also power to review their own order. Clear? No. So now I want to tell you the last concept in appeals part. It is a very important. It is a very important and amended also. It is a very important and amended also. Yes, listen, ma. In front of JCIT and the CIT appeals, can you tell me who is an only one person as an acting as an appellant, ma? SSC. In front of ITAT, High Court, Supreme Court, can you tell me who can become as an applicant, ma? Ma? Both cannot be possible, ma. Either SSC or department. No. My point is, sir, we can't restrict the SSC for making an appeal. That is a liberty of an SSC only. We have to give the freedom to the SSC. Always he can make an appeal if the order is disagreed. But we want to restrict the whom, ma? Department. So for small cases, if you are going for an appeal, SSC will not compromise always, sir. You also needs to compromise in certain cases. That's why we can restrict the appeals made by the department in front of the ITAT, High Court or Supreme Court. In which cases we can control, that is in section 268A. We can regulate the appeals by the whom, ma? Department. Shall we start the discussion, ma? Example, sir, here ITAT given the order in favor of SC, na? Department always will go with the High Court. So definitely in this case, ITAT, High Court, Supreme Court, if we are given the judgment in favor of SC, department will go. If that I'm given the judgment in favor of department, SC will go. So the appeals are always increasing drastically. That's why we need to compromise from the side of whom, department. For small cases, we are not given the chance to make an appeal with these authorities by whom, department. We can regulate only department. We can't regulate the whom, SSC. So now we can start the provision, section 268A. What is that, ma? Special provision for appeal by whom, department. So now who are fixing the some limits, ma? CBDT. CBDT is given the some monetary limits. If that amount involving in this order more than that monetary limit, then only department can make an application. Otherwise, they need to maintain silent. So remember, CBDT is fixing the what mandatory limits to regulate the whom department or SA department for making an appeal in order to avoid the litigation in how many what cases small cases. Small cases also. If you are going for an appeal, what is the issue? I will tell you. Example, SSC needs to pay that 1 lakh tax. Sir. SSC just pending tax is 1 lakh. Because of that, department is going for an appeal now. So cost of doing that appeals will be 10 lakhs. If you want to give the order for such a thing, maybe the cost incurred by the department will take what 10 lakh also. So that's why some cases we can ignore without making an appeal. So please remember, department can make an appeal if the tax effect is more than the what following amount. In front of an ITAT, if the department wants to make an appeal, if the tax amount is more than 50 lakh, if you want to make an appeal before High Court, if the tax amount is more than 1 crore, if you want to make an appeal before the Supreme Court, department, yes, what is that amount? If the tax effect is more than 2 crore, not in total income, this is a tax effect. Yes, if you want to make an application, if you means what department wants to make an application before whom? ITAT, before ITAT, more than 50 lakh, before High Court, more than 1 crore, before Supreme Court, more than 2 crores. Now I will tell you one simple point, ma. This time limits, these limits are revised from this date, sir. Yes, ma. If department wants to make an appeal on or after this date, the limits will be what, ma? 60, 2 crores, 5 crores. Because in our previous year, can you tell me our previous year means nothing but what, ma? 1/4/2024 to 31st March 2025. So in that we have in 17/9/2024. If you department wants to make an appeal before that, old limits, please check. Yes, on or after that, you have to check the what, ma? New limits. What is the date, ma? 17/9/2024. One twist is there and important point is also there. Remember clearly. Yes, ma. The assessing officer given the order to the SSC, ma. But SSC is filing that appeal with the whom? JCIT, CIT. With respect to that, what is the issue, ma? Depreciation. Sir, I claim the depreciation, but AO is nothing but what my disallowed the depreciation, but I want to claim the depreciation as a deduction. So that's why I'm making an appeal before the JCIT, CIT. Now, can you tell me this order is given in favor of whom? SSC only. So now JCIT, CIT is given the order in favor of SC means now who having the sad feelings here? Department. But department is unable to make an application before ITAT. The reason tax effect is what, ma? 49 lakh one. If the tax effect is more than 50 lakh, then only they can make an application before the ITAT. But here, department is not making any application because of which section, ma? 268A. Have you understood this, ma? Now. So now SSC feeling, ma, I will tell you. So nothing but I think he felt like he won a world war. So what is the point, ma? Just the CIT or JCIT is given the order in favor of the SSC. You don't know this provision. You think nothing but, okay, department not knowing about the option to make an appeal with the higher authority. So they are giving as an what, ma? Choice only. So anyhow, I won the case. The same issue, yes, ma. Department is not filed an appeal with a particular issue. What is that, ma? Depreciation. In particular case, SSC is nothing but Mr. X, we can take. With a particular year, can you tell me particular year is with what, ma? 24, 25. Because of above limit, can you tell me what is that above limit, ma? 50 lakh, 1 crore, 2 crore. Revised one, 60 lakh, 2 crore, 5 crore. Because your tax amount is within the limits, that only, yes, that is only the restriction to the department for making an appeal with the whom, next authority. But, sir, this can be taken as an advantage by the SSC in another year. Same SSC in the next year, he is doing the same thing. Or another SSC is doing in the same year or in the next year. This is a loophole only. Because for small case also, a CBDT is restricting to whom? Department. Because the amount mentioned in this case, tax amount mentioned in this case, below this limit, that's why we are not making an appeal before the whom? ITAT. So the situation is taken as an advantage by the SC in the next year or any other person in any year. So department will not tolerate. In second time, always they will file an appeal, even though that isn't within the monetary limit. First time they will not an appeal. Second time, if you are doing the same thing, you or any other person, automatically the department will make an appeal against this. So we can refer to one workbook, Alpi and Palki. So sisters only, they are doing the same thing. Yes, my CID is giving the order for the Alpi in favor of Alpi only. Now, department, that means CIT wants, department wants to make an appeal before the what, ITAT, but they are unable to appeal before the ITAT because of 268A limits. So next year, both the Alpi and Palki is doing the same things in the coming years also. Can department stopping for making an appeal or department can continue for making an appeal? Department can continue to make an appeal in the next year before ITAT, even though the amount mentioned within the limits also. So can you refer the workbook related to appeals, ma? Please quickly open. I don't want to give the break. So that's why, please open. Page number Ma? 38. Right. You identified the question number, ma? Yes, ma. Question number 70. So refer now only. Over, refer. Start reading. Ma? On your own, you can read. Income tax authority did not file an appeal before the ITAT against the order of whom CID. That is decided against the income tax department on particular issue in case of one SSC LP for the assessment year 24-25 because the tax effect in the dispute is less than the monetary limits issued by the CBDT. Can you tell me the CBDT issued the monetary limit under which section 268A? Under which section 268A. Now, the similar issue arose in the assessments of Alpi and her sister Palki, which was decided by the Commissioner of Income Tax against the department in the next year also. So now Income Tax Department wants to move an appeal in respect of the assessment year 25-26 against the orders of Commissioner of Income Tax for the Alpi as well as Palki. Can they do Yes. First instance, we are following the directions of 268A section. Next also, if they are doing the same thing with within the limits also, we don't want to tolerate, we can make an appeal before the Income Tax Appellate Tribunal. Now, Income Tax Department move an appeal to the tribunal against the order of CID in the next assessment year, both the Alpi and the Palki case. First, you have to write the provision. What is the monetary limit issued? Revise the monetary limits. All the things you have to write it down. And finally, you have to make about a conclusion. Clear? Next. Yes, ma'am. One question only I will give you. One question. This is a very important model. Repeatedly, they are given in the exam. Yes, question number 11, please open. Question number 11, please open. SSC, who agreed by the all or following the orders. So nothing but what SSC is not satisfied with the following orders. What is that? Remedial course available. What is that? Remedial course means to whom we can make an appeal. And next, what is the time limit for making an appeal also we have to decide. First, order passed by the assessing officer. Can you tell me with whom we can make an appeal? JCIT appeal or within how many days? Next, the Commissioner of Income Tax passes an order. Then we can make an application before ITAT. Yes, within. Next, yes, Principal Commissioner of Income Tax passes an order. Then we can make an appeal to whom? ITAT. Within how many days? 60 days. ITAT passes an order. Yes, if there is a question of law or question of fact, we can make an application to High Court. Within how many days? 120 days. Sir, will you believe this question is given for 7 marks? Yeah, this question is given for 7 marks. In every attempt, we have one question, sir. Automatically, you can get the 7 out of 7. That is only the question given in June 24. June 24, nearly we have 21 mark sure set questions. Yes, ma. This is an financial management related tax planning question. Out of you will get 7 out of 7 you can get. And next, you can get the this is a 7 out of 7. Okay, if you wrote only, you will get the 7 out of 7. Yes, remedial measures they are asking and time limit they are asking. Assessing officer passes an order. You can make an appeal to the Commissioner of Income Tax appeal or JCIT appeals within how many days, 30 days. Yes, you have to write the SODI yes, within 30 days. After 30 days also we can make an application if the appellant having the sufficient reason like that. You have to write the story, not like this. Next one, Commissioner of Income Tax passes an order. You can make an application before the ITAT. Yes, sir. In form number 36. Within how many days? 60 days. Here, what is the form number? 35. ITAT passes an order. You can make an application before the High Court. Within how many days? 120 days. This is a question they are given for 7 marks. Still, you are waiting for past marks. And next, one more bonus question given, non-resident, direct question from study material they are given. In CA final also, this question is not there, I think. 21 marks, direct stamped questions they are given in that attempt. After this attempt only, my sales also increased. After this attempt only, my sales are increased drastically. There is a reason because I'm 2021 onwards, still I'm believing the CA materials as okay. Throughout the year, I'm concentrating on the CMA final materials only, selling CMA final classes, selling CMA final materials, but no one give the recognition. After this attempt, all over India can be done. Mostly, North Indians also, some students are now turn to the classes only, the EO or fast tag or whatever it may be. The many students from the North India also purchase in the classes because of this paper. December also the same way only they are given. Next, I think some of you wants break. Yes, I also want to give you break, ma. Appeals related concepts is over, but try to read the questions on your own. Some questions are highly technical questions and given. So if you have an energy, try. Okay, if you are not having certain time, yes, you can ignore that questions also. Appeals chapter, I am given the toughest questions from the different sources. If you have an energy, you can try. Otherwise, you can ignore. But read the concept thoroughly. 268A provision is very important for next attempt. What is the 268A? The regulating the appeals by the department. And the IT stay of demand. That is important. IT stay of demand provision is very important. Yes. After the break, we can continue with the what, ma? Revision, rectification, settlement commission already done, ma. These two concepts we can discuss after the break. Yes, without any delay, we can start the discussion relating to revision under section 263 and 264. Mostly we are getting the questions from the 263 and 264. Ma, listen carefully. What is the next part of the chapter? Revision. So 263 is nothing but revision of order, which is prejudicial to the interest of department. So some of the orders are against the department. Now we want to revise the order in favor of department. So this is only 263 orders. Shall we start the content, ma? Shall we start the content? Can you tell me this revision can be done by whom, ma? CIT means what, ma? Commissioner of Income Tax. Super. Oh. Commissioner of Income Tax. Now, if AO passed an assessment order along with the demand notice or refund notice to the SSC, but while conducting that assessment by the AO, yes sir, AO passed an order without making inquiries into claims or what, ma? Reliefs. Sir, I want to get the refund. They are allowing the refund without making inquiries. They are not asking even proofs also. They are not asking even questions also. They are giving the what, ma? Refund. Order passed without making the inquiries and investigation. Order is not passed as per CBDT direction. Order not passed as per the directions or decisions of what, ma? High Court or Supreme Court. Remember, if AO not following the High Court and the Supreme Court decision, AO not following that what, ma? CBDT direction, AO not doing that what, ma? Inquiries and investigation, AO not doing that what, ma? Any inquiries regarding that what, ma? Refunds or any expenses. Indirectly, we can say he's an, like you and like me, he's an what, ma? Lazy only. Now, because of his laziness, who affected, ma? Department. This order is an against whom, ma? Department. Now, AO passes this order. This order can be revised by his higher authority. AO higher authority is whom? CID. AO higher authority is whom, ma? CID. Now, who can do the revision? CID. CID can call. Sir, previously you are not calling for the records. You are not doing any inquiry. Now, your higher authority will call and examine the what, ma? All records. Sir, normally, after receiving the order, SSC is in the very happy position, sir. Why? Just to pay refund, he placed it, sir. He got a refund also. And he paid just 1 lakh minimum tax. That is also accepted. So that's why he is in the enjoying position. Now, CIT wants to revise this order in favor of department. That's why definitely you're having the sad feelings now, ma? SSC. Now, we have to provide the opportunity of being heard to the SSC before doing the revision under section 263. At least given chance to communicate, chance to communicate from the side of whom, SSC. Now, CIT can do, how he can do the revision, ma? So we can do that enhancement. Enhancement means what, ma? Already he, yes, ma, ignored some areas. We can add that areas and we can do the assessment and we can modify the assessment or we can cancel the assessment and we can direct the what, ma? Fresh assessment. We can direct the what, ma? Fresh assessment. Are you clear? Okay. Now, next, ma. What is the time limit for passing the order? Important, ma? Yes. Within how many years, ma? 2 years from the end of the financial year in which the AO order passed. Sir, AO passed an order, yes, sir, against the department from that date, yes, ma, year ending to within 2 years. Who can revise this order, ma? CID. So, one example, AO passed the order. This is an year end. Within the 2 years, at any time, we can revise the order by using which section, ma? 263. Yes, this is only the heart of the chapter. Listen. Sir, from appeals concept, maybe you will get 8 marks. Otherwise, 263 to 264, revision concept alone, you will get 8 marks question. Listen carefully. Yes. AO, I'm highlighting with the pink color, ma. AO, given the order to the SSC, in the assessment order, he mentioned the 2 matters, ma. Practically, they can mention many matters also, but in this example, I want to take the 2 matters. What are the 2 matters, ma? One is on depreciation, second one is on chapter 6A deduction. Example, SSC taken the, yes, ma, depreciation in the return of income 1 lakh, but AO is given the deduction, how much amount, ma? 50,000 only. Sir, in my return of income, I claimed the 50,000 depreciation as a deduction. But now, assessing officer saying in the assessment, no sir, you can't take the 1 lakh depreciation. You are eligible to take how much depreciation, ma? 50,000. So same way, with respect to this matter, SSC is disagreed, sir. Why? Sir, you know that income tax rules, and as per the depreciation, as per the section 32 of Income Tax Act 1961, he is eligible for depreciation of how much amount, ma? 1 lakh. But he was saying that what, ma? 50,000. Now, with respect to this matter, he wants to make an appeal to higher authority. Can you tell me who is an higher authority? JCIT, CAT. Remember, total order also you can go for an appeal, or any matter of an order also you can go for an appeal. Here, what is the matter? Depreciation. That matter only called as subject matter of an appeal. With respect to only one matter, we are going for an appeal. That is only what, ma? Depreciation. That matter we can call it as an what, ma? Subject matter. Clear, ma? Now, second, ma, they are talking about the depreciation also in the, sorry, they are talking about the chapter 6A deduction also in the assessment order. What is that exactly? Sir, actually, you are eligible to take the 80,000 only ETC. You haven't proved so to the extent of how much amount, ma? 80,000. But in return of income, you claimed 1,50,000. But in assessment, they are given the what, ma? Deduction 1,20,000. Still, you are happy only, why? Actually, you are eligible for how much amount, ma? 80. They are given the deduction of how much? 1,20,000. Because you placed the deduction of how much? 150. You are happy or unhappy about this, ma? Happy. That's why you are not going for an appeal with respect to this point. You are going for an appeal only with respect to the what, ma? Depreciation. Depreciation is called as what, ma? Subject matter. Depreciation is called as a subject matter of appeal. Remember, if AO order considered in appeal, can you tell me AO order considered in appeal or not appeal, ma? Appeal. So this AO order, with respect to that, one matter is considered for the what, ma? Appeal. Now, matters which are subject matter of appeal. Can you tell me what is the subject matter, ma? Depreciation. That cannot be revised. Appellate authorities will decide. Yes, ma? CIT now wants to revise this order. Can they revise the total order? No. Subject matter already in front of this authority. Who can decide the subject matter related decisions, ma? Appellate authorities only will decide. Other matter, yes, you can revise. Other matter you can revise. I will tell you example. Because of this matter, the government having the what, ma? Loss. Actually, you are eligible to take 80, but they are given the what, ma? 120. With the laziness of AO only, this happened. Now, CIT can disallow the how much amount, ma? 40,000. Because you are eligible to take only 80, so they wrongly allowed the what, ma? 1,20,000. This matter, na, JCIT and CIT appeals, they will take care. Other matter, whatever it may be, that only can be revised. That's why this is called as doctrine of what, ma? Partial merger. Even partially also we are going to revise. That's why this is called as what, ma? Partial merger. Now repeating once again, listen carefully. Sir, every assessment order containing a lot of matters, sir. No need to go with the what, ma? Total matters for that appeal. You can select the 2 or 3 matters. With respect to the 2 or 3 matters only, you can make an appeal. That matters only called as what, ma? Subject matter. In this example, what is the subject matter? Depreciation. Subject matters of an appeal will be decided by the whom, ma? Appellate authorities. Other matters are there. That other matters, if you want to revise, yes, can you tell me if you want to meet CIT wants to revise? Yes, they can revise. Other matters, that is only called as what, ma? Doctrine of partial merger. Can you tell me 263 order passing time limit, ma? 2 years from the end of the financial year in which AO passes the what, ma? Order. AO passes the lazy order, ma? From the year end. How many years, ma? 2 years. Yes, if I am saying 263, anywhere, okay, not in class also, in outside also, if I am saying 263, always you need to say one thing, doctrine of what, ma? Partial merger. And that is an order, revision of order in favor of whom, ma? Department. If any order against the department is there, now that order can be revised by the CIT in favor of whom, ma? Department. Are you clear with this? I will give you 2 minutes time, please revise this one. Your name, ma? Your friend name? Not now. Previous batch friend. Okay. Okay. One of your friend? Okay. Okay. What happened, Akka? Please revise 263, Akka, please. After 5 p.m., I will also join with you. After next term, now 2 weeks before that exam only, I will plan exam oriented batch. Then only all the students will be in an attentive position. 2 weeks before final exam, if I started that exam oriented batch, okay, well, apart from enrollments, all the students will be in active mode only. Now we can start the 264. Shall we start, ma? Okay. Check it out the screen, ma. I have to tell one point. I have to tell one point, listen, ma. AO passed an order to SSC. AO passed an order to whom, ma? SSC. Listen, this assessment order, yes, ma, is against whom, ma? Department. So now, this order can be revised by whom? Revision under section 263 by whom, ma? CIT. Sir, this is definitely bonus point for the bonus provision for department only. Whatever that orders against the department is there, they have an option to revise by using this section. Now, so that means they are replacing the order, yes, ma, with the what, ma? Revised order under section 263. But SSC is not satisfied with this order. Can you tell me who are revised this order, ma? CIT. So now I'm not satisfied with this order. Yes, SSC is not satisfied with this order. Now what the SSC can do, ma? They can make an appeal with whom, ma? ITAT. Because, yes, ma, previously order passed by AO that can be revised by CIT. Yes, CIT passed that order. If that is not agreed by the SSC, they can make an appeal with whom, ma? ITAT. So nothing but what, ma? If not agreed, yes, definitely we can make an appeal with the ITAT. Are you clear? So that is only the point. Already we discussed it, ma. Same time limits. For ITAT, we have to pass within how many days, ma? We have to make an application within 60 days from the date of order. Same. Same time limit, same form number, same. Now, that is only the point mentioned in the top of the page, ma. Whatever that order of 263, that means what, ma? It is a revised order in favor of department. Now, if it is not agreed by the SC can make an application before whom, ma? ITAT. Are you clear, ma? Now, 264, please open. So some comedy points are there here. Listen carefully. Mostly these points are made comedy points only. Listen. Sir, actually, I am eligible for getting the refund. Yes, ma. SSC is an eligible for refund. He filed the return of income with a refund of what, ma? 1 lakh. AO is passed that order, assessment order, yes, ma, with a demand notice of what, ma? 20,000. Can you tell me? Now SSC having how many options, ma? 2 options. Okay, 2 options means I will tell you. If you agree with the assessment, what you need to do, ma? You have to pay 20,000. If you are not agreed, yes, ma, if you are not agreed with the assessment, then now you have 2 chances, ma. First, remember, you have to make an appeal to whom, ma? You have to make an appeal to CIT or JCIT appeals within how many days, ma? 30 days. First, I will give this chance, ma. Yes, within how many days, ma? 30 days. Sorry, 30 years. 30 days. If 30 days is an expired, then you have a chance to make an application for revision under section what, ma? 264. Now you want to do the revision in favor of whom, ma? SSC. That's why 264. So these two are mutually exclusive, ma. If you are going for an appeal, revision is not available. If you are going for revision, appeal is not available. But can you tell me when you have a chance to make an application for revision in front of CIT, ma? Here also the revision can be done by the whom, ma? CIT. Because this order given by the whom, ma? AO, the revision can be done by whom, ma? CIT. Remember, after expiry of 30 days only, you have a chance to make an application for the what, ma? Revision. Now we can check it out from the this, ma? Revision of order, which is a prejudicial to the interest of whom, ma? SSC. Prejudicial means what, ma? Against. If any order against the SSC, that order can be revised in favor of the SSC. Now, sir, comedy point this one only. If you are applying with the fees of 500 rupees, for appeal also you have to pay the 500 rupees. Normally before CAT 250, before ITAT 500. For revision also you have to pay how much, ma? 500. But in the last case, there is no fees, 263 by, because that is done in favor of whom, ma? Department. That's why no fees. But here they are asking the, sorry, they are begging the fees of 500. This is only the comedy. On their own motion, they can do the revision. On own motion, they can do the revision in favor of whom? SSC. Comedy only. If you are making an application, you have to pay the fees. On their own motion, they are doing it as a free. So, not in up to now, so this is not at all useful point. They will not do the revision in favor of SC on their own motion. First, believe me. Next, ma, can revise the AO order, which is a prejudicial to that what, ma? Interest of the SSC. Important option. SSC have an option. One, he can go for that what, ma? Appeal. Another one, he can go for the revision. Yes, ma, can you tell me within how many days we can make an appeal, ma? But a revision also you haven't time. Sir, after expiry of 30 days only, the revision application can be accepted. But what is the maximum time limit, ma? Within 1 year from the AO order. After passing the AO order, within 1 year, if you want to revise in your favor, yes, you can make an application with the help of how much amount, ma? 500 rupees. Remember, this is an important point, ma. SSC wants to apply for the revision only if the time limit to file an appeal is what ma expired. That means indirectly, first 30 days from the date of passing of AO order, you have a chance to make an appeal. After the expiry of 30 days, yes, you have a chance to make an what ma? Chance to make an application for revision. Can you tell me what is the maximum time for application of revision ma? 1 year from the date of passing of AO order. No. So I can give a conclusion. Today, what is the date ma? 29th April 2025. Suppose this is only the date of AO order. Sir, I don't want to take that. One I want to take. This is the date of AO order. Okay. This is nothing but what ma? Not satisfied by the whom ma? SSC. This is not agreed by whom ma? SSC. Now SSC having two options. The first which option ma? First 30 days. Yes, first 30 days. He wants to make an application before the whom ma? CIT appeals or whom ma? JCIT appeals. After the expiry of 30 days only, you can make an application for revision under section 264, but within a year. Can you tell me before that what ma? 31st March 2026. Are you understood? Here, what is the fees you have to pay ma? Hey, 250. Here, 500. Okay, depends upon total income 250, 500 or rupees 1000 also. Am I correct ma? 1 lakh below 250. Sorry, 1 lakh below 250. 1 lakh to 2 lakh 500. Above 2 lakh. Here. No. So this is the biggest point ma. These two are mutually exclusive. If you are going for revision, appeals are not available. If you are going for an appeals, revision is not available. These two are mutually exclusive. Are you understood? Good morning, sir. For you only, ma'am. I think today, after going to the home, first of all, you have to eat, and after that, you need to go for the early sleeping only. Otherwise, not. Okay, you can remember what happened in tomorrow also. Next, time limit. Please check it out, ma. What is the time limit for passing the revision order? Can you tell me? 263 order can be passed within how many years, ma? 2 years from the date of passing of AO order. But here the time limits for 264 mentioned in 2 ways, ma. If you are applying, yes, ma. If you are applying, they are taking the what, ma? 1 year. If the department is passing on their own motion, here also 1 year, but starting day is different. Yes, ma. If SSC is an applied 1 year from the end of the financial year in which that application made by the SSC, here 1 year from the date of passing of what ma? AO order. Sir, if you are applying application date year ending to 1 year. If the CIT, I think you know, they can do on their own motion also. Here, what is the time limit ma? 1 year from the date of passing of what ma? AO order. Now, you know already. If this AO order is going for an appeal, the revision cannot be possible. That's why this is the doctrine of what ma? Total merger. Totally you need to go for revision. Or you need to go for what ma? Appeals. Anyone only possible. That's why this is the doctrine of partial merger. But in case of 263, half of the order can go for revision, half of the order can be go for what ma? Appeals. But here, total order can go for appeal. Total order can go for the what ma? Revision. Anyone only possible. That's why doctrine of what ma? Total merger. So now, sir, SSC is an applied for revision under section 264. We also doing the revision in favor of SC only. Against this 264 order, you can't make an appeal, sir, because whatever you want that you mentioned in this application, that only we are doing as a revision. That's why on this order, you can't make any appeal. Yes, ma'am. Okay. In our example, what is that amount of refund you want to get, ma'am? 1 lakh. What is that amount of refund you want to get? 1 lakh. So that is only we are revised in favor of you. Yes, and CIT passed the order also. If you are not satisfied also, you need to maintain silence only. You can't make an appeal against such order. Finally, yes ma, you decided for the what ma? Sorry. Finally, you are decided for going for the what ma? 264. CIT is given the order, yes ma, to SSC with a refund of how much amount ma? Refund of what ma? 1 lakh. So nothing but order given with respect to the refund 1 lakh. So you have to satisfy with that because you are only making an application for the revision and that only we are delivering to you. We against this order, you can't make any appeal. 263 order, huh? Yes, you can make an appeal before Goma. I did. 264 order, you don't have any chance to make an appeal. Clear? So very important questions, ma. Yes, previous exam questions I want to open. Now easily you can understood, ma. Question number 15 is given for the 7 marks. Question number 15 given for that how many marks? 7 marks. Now you can understood the each and every point in the 263, 264. Income tax assessment in the hands of what ma Morally Private Limited was completed on what ma 20th November 2025. Yes, after the completion of an assessment, yes ma, for the returned income they are adding the 3 additions ma. One is an 5 lakh, second one is what ma 2 lakh, sorry 4 lakh respectively. With respect to the first 2 additions, we filed what ma appeal. Can you tell me with respect to first 2 addition, one is an 5 lakh addition, second one is on what ma 4 lakh addition done by the AO. For these 2 addition, SSC is going for the appeal. Next one ma, when the matter was pending in the appeal, yes ma, CIT wants to invoke the which section ma? 263 in respect of what ma? Third edition. Can you tell me? They are not giving the what is that amount added in the third edition. But yes, already what is the subject matter ma? This 4 lakh as well as what ma? 5 lakh is called as what ma? Subject matter. With respect to that other matters, can you tell me what is that other matter now? Third one. What is that ma? Third edition is an other matter. Because these two related only SSC going for that what ma? Appeal. That only called as subject matter of appeal. Third edition is called as what ma? Other matter. They want to go for the 263 with respect to the third matter. They can go na? Yes. Why ma? Doctrine of partial measure. Subject matter we can't revise. Other matter we can revise under section 263. So the action of CIT is tenable in law or not? Yes. Why ma? Because it is a doctrine of partial measure. Now they are changing the question again. Yes. Now they are asking, sir, SSC filed the revision under section 264 for the third edition. Can you tell me? Revision under section 264 means what ma? Total measure or partial measure? Total measure. Either we can do third. All editions, yes ma, revision or all editions we need to go for appeal. So that's why, yes, can you go for the, yes ma, revision under section 264? No. Total partial measure related 264 you can go. How they are written the answer ma? Please check it out. Invoking 263 when that subject matter is pending before that what ma? CIT. Can you tell me? First two editions related, first and second edition related. Now we are making an appeal. That appeals are pending, but now we want to invoke the 264 for which edition ma? Third edition. Shall we do that ma? Yes. So you can see we can use the line of what ma? Partial measure. Subject matters we can't touch. Other matters what ma? We can touch. Subject matter we can't revise. Other matters are what ma? We can revise. So that is only the point. Next, yes, they are given the invoking 264 when the matters are pending before that what ma? CIT. Can you tell me here which measure will apply ma? Total measure will apply. What do you mean by the total measure ma? Either you can go for the appeals or you can go for the what ma? Revision. Sir, already appeals is in pending. Can you do that revision under section 264? No. Clear ma? Sir, they are given this question for the 7 months. What is that partial measure, total measure points? You should remember always. Next point. Yes, ma'am. Question number 16. This is also given as an exam question only as a 7 mark. This is also 7 mark question. So please check it out the question mark. Drew is a resident India. Sir, was sought an intimation under section 143(1) relating to assessment year 25 what ma? 26. Sir, 143(1) is not an assessment order. Please remember it is an what ma? Intimation only. No. Sir, he I think after that, he forget to claim the one deduction that is an 80IA. 80IA means nothing but 100% of your profits you will get it as a deduction ma. Eligible business. 80IA is nothing but what ma? Eligible business. 100% of the profits you can get it as a deduction. No. He is eligible to claim, but he omitted to claim the what ma? 80IA. No. He wants to file a revision petition before the Principal Commissioner of Income Tax under section 264 of the Income Tax Act 1961. Can he do? If that is an assessment order, na, against that assessment order, you can apply for that what ma? Revision. But it isn't just what ma? Intimation. Now, as a tax manager saying that, yes ma, intimation is not an order. Now, it is not eligible for the revision under section 264. If that is an AO order, na, yes, you can pay the what ma? 500 rupees and you can ask for the what ma? Revision under section 264. But here, in our case, it is not an assessment order. It isn't just intimation. Can we go for the revision under section 264 or not? That is only the doubt here. So they're asking the question related answer in the deciding schema. Yes, you have to write issue in what? Issue you have to write it down whether intimation is treated as an order for the purpose of 264 or not. They're given what ma? Issue is nothing but what ma? Whatever the intimation saw can be regarded as an order for the revision under section what ma? 264. If assessment order na, we can revise. Now this is then what ma? Intimation. Can we do the revision or not? That is only the question. Provision. Yes ma, issue is okay. Provision is nothing but remember 264 any order. That is only we can revise. So then analysis they are given and they are added the one line ma. What is that line? Intimation is not an assessment order. But for the purpose of making an appeal, for the purpose of making the revision, it is also treated as what ma? Assessment order only. Generally, you can't treat that as an assessment order. It isn't just intimation. For the purpose of appeals, for the purpose of revisions, for these two purposes, that can be treated as what ma? Assessment order only. Now can you tell me what can do by the assessing officer ma? Yes, SSC can go for the what ma? Revision petition under section 264 for revision. Remember, 264 uses the word any order. Hence, it would imply the section does not limit the power and to correct the errors committed by the subordinate authorities, but even can be exercised where errors are committed by the whom? SSC. Suppose AO is not given the proper refund. Okay. But if you are also not placing proper refund, okay. If errors committed by SSE also we can revise. If errors committed by whom? Assessing officer also we can revise. But remember, 143(1) also can be treated as order for the purpose of what? 264. Remember, 143(3) scrutiny assessment is an assessment order only. 144 best judgment order is an assessment order. 147 income escapement order is an assessment order. These are all assessment orders. We can go for an appeal. We can do the revision also. But 143(1) also can be treated as an order for the purpose of appeals, for the purpose of what? Revision. 7-mark question. Remember. No, I haven't certain doubts, sir. Can you resolve my doubts? Series of questions I will ask. Try to answer now. What is the 263 order? Revision of order in favor of department. If the revision is done under section 263, SSE can go for an appeal. If revision done under section 263, SSE can go for an appeal. Yes, with whom? ITAT. Because CID is doing the revision in favor of department. Now SSE can go for an appeal with whom? CID. Can you tell me within how many days we within how many days we can pass the 263 order? 2 years from the end of the financial year in which that order of AO passed. Next point, 264 revision can be done by the department also on suo motu basis. Whether the statement is correct or incorrect? Yes, correct only. But if you want to make an application for revision under section 264, you have to pay the fees of how much amount? 500. Sir, already one order revised under section 264, against that order, SSE can go for an appeal or not? No. Because you are asking some revision, we are already done the same thing in that order. Can you go for an appeal again? No. Next, can you tell me these appeals and revision? Both the things can go or anyone only? Anyone. So that's why this can be called as what? Mutually exclusive. Now, one assessment order is there. In that one is a subject matter of appeal, another one is an other matter. Now, can I apply the 263 for other matter? Yes. What is that? Partial merger. One assessment order is given to SSE. One assessment order is given to the SSE. Within the two matters are there. One matter is going for an appeal. Another matter is silent only. Now, can I apply the for other matter 263 section? Yes. Because it is an doctrine of partial merger. So next, while coming to the 264, it is a total merger. Either you can go for the revision or you can go for the appeal. No. Remember, note point. So this is important for one question purpose. We are doing this discussion. AO. Yes, please listen. AO. Given an assessment order with a demand notice under section 143(3), scrutiny assessment order given along with the demand notice, we are increasing how much income in the assessment file. So can you tell me with respect to this matter, SSE is going for an appeal in front of the JCIT and CIT appeal. Can he go? Yes, he can go. Because you are given an assessment order that is not agreed by the whom? SSE. SSE is going for the appeal. No. Sir, appeal now in pending stage. During that appeal proceedings, based on one new information, the assessing officer identified that some income is escaped from the tax. Remember, what is the subject matter? This 5 lakh addition is a subject matter of appeal. During the pending of an appeal, yes, one other matter identified. What is that other matter? Based on some new information, AO identified some income is escaped from the tax. Now, AO want to start the which assessment? Income escapement assessment under section 147. Income escapement assessment under section 147. Can he go for that 147 even though appeal was in pending? Yes. Subject matter can be decided by the appellate authorities. With respect to that other matter, we can go for the what? Assessment. So already subject matter is pending in the appellate authorities. Because of other matter, we can start the what? Assessment. Because 147 is nothing but what? Partial merger. Even though already completed assessment related subject matter is pending also, based on new information, we can start the which assessment? Income escapement assessment. Many persons are saying, sir, already appeal is pending in front of them. Can you tell me they will decide only with respect to this 5 lakh? They will talk about this income escapement also. They will decide only about the what? 5 lakh addition is correct or incorrect. Based on this information, we need to start the what? One new assessment. What is that assessment name? Income escapement assessment. That's why 147 assessment always what? Partial merger. Partial means without checking the yes whether appeal is pending or not, we can start directly what? 147 assessment. Now, shall we start one most important question? Yes. Please open the workbook. Yes, sir. Yes, this is only the last question. Be happy. Be happy. Yes, question number 21. This question they are given for the 7 marks. Not 7, 8 marks. In that January 2023. Now, I will ask the question one by one. Okay. Close your books. Close your books. This is my time. The last 10 minutes is my time. Now. assessment of budget limited. Yes, ma, completed the scrutiny assessment. They are adding the how much amount to the returned income, ma, 15 lakh. Now this budget limited means is company now yes wants to go for an appeal before the what, ma, CID. That means SSC is nothing but whom, ma? Okay, AO and ESSC. Yes, ma, what is that AO order given, ma? They are adding the 15 lakh plus to the returned income. Now this budget limited accepted or they are going for an appeal, ma? They are going for an appeal before CID. No. With respect to this, we have to answer the following, ma. Appeal is disposed or pending, ma? Pending. Okay. I'm asking the question to Manu. You can try. First question. No, not first question, ma. I will give you an easy question for you. Can assessing officer pass an order? Not this question also, ma. Sorry. This one. Can SSC company seeks the revision under section 264 in respect of matters other than those preferred in an appeal? That means what, ma? Subject matter is what, ma? 15 lakh. Subject matter is what, ma? 15 lakh. Then, yes, ma, SSC company wants to make an application for revision under which section? 264. With respect to what, ma? Other matters can do? No. Why? 264 means total merger. Already appeal is pending. Then we can't go for that what, ma? Revision. SSC company wants to make a revision application in respect of what, ma? Other matters. Subject matter this one, and we have some other matters also. Now they wants to revise the other matters by using section 264. They can't do. Why? These two are mutually exclusive. Our answer is what, ma? No. So next, ma, first you only. Commissioner make a revision under section 263. 263 is what, ma? Partial merger. Yes, ma. Commissioner directly wants to do the revision. For that, matters covered in appeal, that means subject matters also he wants to revise, other matters also he wants to revise. Can he do? No. How he can revise the subject matter? Other matters only he can revise. That's why answer is no, yes. No. Answer is no. Why, ma? He wants to, CIT wants to revise the what, ma? Both the matters. It is not possible. Only you can revise the what, ma? Other matters. Are you clear up to now? No. This is only that already completed, ma. There is a fresh information. Already subject matter is pending. What is that fresh information we got, ma? Some income is an escaped from the tax. Based on that, shall we start the income escapement assessment procedure, ma? Yes. Because income escapement assessment procedure also can be applied as an what, ma? Partial merger. So this is an easy question, sir, if you are revising in a normal manner. So remember, 263 means revision in favor of department can be done by the CIT only for other matters. Only for what, ma? Other matter. Here he wants to do the both the matters revision. Can he do? No. Already you are going for an appeal. Can you go for the revision, ma? No. Next. So this third one now I will discuss after 2 minutes. After 2 minutes only I will come back and I will discuss. Okay. So the revision related points also. 263 partial merger. 264 total merger. 147 partial merger. What do you mean by the partial merger, ma? Partial merger means subject matter we can't touch, other matters we can revise. Total merger means totally we need to go for revision or you need to go for appeal. Clear? Now, I want to start the rectification related, ma. So just overall I will explain. Rectification we have in 2 sections, ma. How many sections? 2 sections. Remember, check it out the screen, ma. 154 rectification, if an order given by the, can you tell me, Huma, AO, CIT appeals. In that if any mistake is there, now that can be rectified by the Huma, AO, CIT appeals. If that order passed by the Huma, Income Tax Appellate Tribunal, in that if any mistake is there, that authority can rectify. Mistake which is an apparent from the record means, yes, ma, we can't change the nature from the favorable to unfavorable. Just we are changing the what, ma, whatever that mistake is placed in the order. That may be name mistake, address mistake, SSC mistakes, calculation, like that only we can do. Remember, sir, but you have to remember this time limit, ma, you can read on your own. The time limits are very important. In the last attempt, this question we got. MCQ 2 marks, they are given this point. Sir, one mistake is there in that their order, within how much time limit we can do the rectification, ma? Order passed from that ending to how many years, ma? 4 years. One order passed by these authorities, in that one mistake is there, from that year end, within 4 years, we can do that what, ma? Rectification. So that is only on own motion they can do the rectification, ma. If application passed, if application made by the SC, yes, ma, within how many months, ma? 6 months, ma. So time limits, na, yes, you have to read in a peaceful, if you haven't peaceful time, yes, you can read on your own, ma. Time limits important only. Now, 154 rectification, please read, ma. 154 rectification related, now I am talking, ma. Please check it out the screen. AO, passed an assessment order. In that, I'm taking the 3 examples. One is a depreciation matter, second one interest matter, third one ADC. With respect to the depreciation, I'm going for an appeal. Subject matter of appeal is what? Subject matter is nothing but what? Depreciation. Other matter is an revised under section 263. Now, the rectification can be applied only for that what? Other than revised matters, other than subject matter of appeal. Sir, one order in that mistake is there, Can you tell me, by using section 154, can I rectify all? No. Subject matter related rectified by whom? CIT and CIT appeals. So JCIT or JCIT or CIT appeals. So nothing but if that is revised, revision authority CIT can do that what? Rectification. Other matters only can go for the what? Rectification under this section. That means if any matters considered in appeal, if any matter considered in revision, that is called as what? Subject matter. Here what are the matters considered in appeals and revision? Interest and depreciation. With respect to this, that cannot be amended, that cannot be rectified. Why? Because revision authorities and appellate authorities will rectify that mistake. You can't apply section 154 over that points. Other matters, can you tell me other matters are what here? ADC. That matter can be rectified, amended by using that what? 154 section. That's why this is also called as what? Doctrine of partial measure. That means subject matter of appeal, subject matter of revision you can't revise, sir, you can't rectify. Other matters you can rectify. Now come back to this question. Now you can read this question. Can assessing officer can pass the 154 rectification of mistake in respect of issues not being a subject matter of appeal? Yes. This then 154 means which measure? Partial measure. Partial measure means subject matter we can't rectify. Other matters we can rectify. They are also asking other matters can be rectified. Yes. Are you clear, Sir, I will frame a question. The assessing officer wants to rectify all matters. Will it be possible? No. Why? Because appeals is pending. The subject matter is nothing but what here? 15 lakh. Now you can't touch that day 15 lakh with respect to that what 154. Other matters only you can rectify. Now 4 points are there. 263 which measure? Partial measure. 264 total measure. 154 rectification, partial measure. 147 assessment, partial measure. These 4 only in our sense. One is in total measure. Another 3 is working but what? Partial measure. Clear? So then chapter is over. And one MCQ I want to show you. If you have any doubts, yes, you can, please let me know. What is the maximum time limit for the rectification of mistake, which is an apparent from the record, if an order passed by the whom? AO. Order passed by the AO. So, that in that one mistake is there, within what time we can rectify, 4 years. So, that's why the time limits are important. On your own, you have to write it down at one place in your working notes or just also anything. So, that can be helpful, So, but these are all MCQs are covered in MCQ material also. No problem, but try to remember on your own. Then you can pick the easily answers, No. So shall we check it out at present MTP? What is that question we have? So now appeals also over, tax planning also over. Appeals related, what is the question they are given also, we can check it out. Can you do the comparative study, 263. Both the orders can be revised by CIT only. But one is in favor of department, another one in favor of SSA. No, you can write 263 related points you can write. Yes, 264 points also you can write. That is only the comparative study. But finally you can write one thing. If any order revised under section 263, SSC can make an appeal before whom? ITAT. If any order revised by 264, that cannot be appealable. Banda, you can write that what 263 is a partial measure, 264 is a total measure. Yes, you can attempt that question also in a normal manner. They are giving it for the 7 marks now. So just we can count it down just normally. Yes, sir. 4, 8. 8 only enough for me. 8 only enough. Next one, 7. 7. How many? 14 plus 8. 22. Tax planning questions, these two. 22 plus 14. 22 plus 14. 30. 36 kada. This is an FTC related, I will explain tomorrow. FTC, foreign tax credit related, and along with the PCPP we have to discuss. And we can try this question normally. This is a generally given question, but related to what 154. Okay, 154. Just I will try to study here for 2 minutes. Just read the question properly. So last question is a very easy question if you have a conceptual clarity. So they will not give a copy and paste question with respect to the last question. Always they will give you in an easy manner. Yeah, you have to put the side headings. First side heading, second side heading, third one and fourth one. Yes. Rajesh filed the return of income. for that assessment year 23-24 on July 25, 2023. Can you tell me that is within the time or after the time? Within the time. No, he declared the total income 15 lakh 5,000. Next, the total income including the interest from the public provident fund 62 lakh 530 and long-term capital gain on agriculture land. Yes, ma, that is an exempt under section 10 subsection 37. Both these items were disclosed in the schedule of exempted income. So remember, public provident fund related interest is exempt. Public provident fund means nothing but a small scale business person can deposit in that PPF account. Whatever that interest can be taken from that account, that is completely exempt. So normally the PPF can be used, public provident fund can be used. Can you tell me? So just any person can deposit, even though you are an employee or self-employed also, you can deposit in public provident fund account. Minimum interest they will give you, that is an exempt. Yes, here also the same thing. Mr. Rajesh also found by mistake, he failed to claim the current year business loss in that income tax return that is an amounting to 3,37,000 which he is entitled to claim. What happened, ma? He forgot to claim the current year business loss. He is not disclosed that what, ma? Current year business loss. Now, in due course of time, okay. Income tax return got processed under section 143(1). Both the above exemptions, yes, ma, were denied. So nothing but what, ma? You file the, yes, ma, you file the return of income, you disclose these two things as what, ma? Exempted incomes only, but in the processing, they are given these exemptions are what, ma? Denied, means cancelled. And intimation served and demand of an tax also rise. Previously, you are paying the some amount of tax only because you are considering this as what, ma? Exempted incomes. Now, they are asking the what, ma? Demand of some amount of tax. Have you understood this question up to now? No. All above mistakes was in the return, filed a revised return, but time limit for e-verification of revised return had lapsed and it is an invalid. So they are given the what, ma? Intimation. I think you know one point. After receiving intimation also, we can file the revised return. Please open that revised return note points. In that I said one point. After receiving that intimation, after receiving the refund also, we can file the what, ma? Revised return. But this fellow filed the revised return, but he's not e-verified that return. I think you know e-verification means what, ma? Aadhaar enabled OTP, digital signature, anything we have to submit, but he's not submitted that thing. So that's why it is also treated as what, ma? Invalid. Now, SSC filing for rectification under section 154, that also rejected by the AO. Sir, he is applying for rectification of order under section what, ma? 154. Can you tell me how you can apply the 154 rectification, ma? If any mistake which is an apparent on the record, yes, you can go for 154. Is there any grammatical mistake, address mistakes are there here? Then why you can apply for the 154? That's why they are rectified. Now, assessing officer bound to accept the request of Uma Rajesh. So what is the remedy here? They are asking. First here issue you can write it as in what, ma? Last paragraph only. Yes, ma, rectification application placed by the SSC under section 154 that needs to be accepted by the AO or not. That is only issue. Then you can write the some provision how they are drafted the answer. Yes, we can check it out. I think if they are given the suggested answers, okay, given, huh? Here they are given. Yes, ma, 1 minute or 2 minutes, ma, we can close. I don't know they are given the complete answer or not. Yes, ma, they are given. Last question is a very easy thing, right? If you don't have any choice to attend all the questions, the last question, yes, you can go and you can put the side readings and you can write the right conclusion. You will get a chance to get the marks also. Issue involved. Yes, ma. Whether re-verification of application before assessing officer under 154. Yes, ma. Provision is nothing but 154 thing. Yes, ma. Next, analysis and conclusion, we can go, ma. Conclusion related, you can check. Jurisdiction of any authority under this act comes under 154 depends upon the what, ma? Whether the mistake which is an apparent on the record is there or not. Can you tell me? As per section 154, income tax authority can rectify if any mistake which is committed in the what, ma? Intimation under section 143(1) or if any order passed. Can you tell me? Here, mistakes are committed or not, ma? Yes, what is the mistake they are committed, ma? Denial of exemption. What is the denial of exemption? Yes, SSC can take these two exemptions, ma. Ma, these are the, you know, I think agriculture land. If you are sold at agriculture land, no need to pay the capital gain tax. As well as what, ma? Public provident fund related interest also exempt. By mistakenly, they are not considered it as an exemption. That is a mistake apparent on the record. No. The mistake to claim the current year business loss cannot be said to be mistake. Why? Yes. If you want to carry forward the business loss, you have to file the which return, ma? Loss return. That too, that loss return has to be filed what, ma? Within the time limit. So we can't rectify this mistake, ma. Only once mistake we can rectify. What is that, ma? Denial of an exemptions now we can give. So loss return you have to file within the time limit. You are not filed that, and in that return also you are not mentioned about the what, ma? Current year loss. Now, assessing officer is bound to accept the Mr. Rajesh required rectification only we can do with respect to these two, ma. Current year business loss related we can't do any rectification. Remember, mistake which is an apparent on the record means 143(1) intimation in that. Can you tell me what are the mistakes committed by the department? Ma? Two things. One is on what? Ma? PPF. Another one is nothing but what? Ma? LTCG. Now these two things we can consider and we can pass the rectification order. Okay. Can you tell me other? Can you tell me what? Ma? Business losses. Can you tell me this business losses related? Yes, can assessing officer can apply the section 154 for rectification? No, because which is not a apparent on the record, on the face of the record. These two mistakes only committed. So that's why we can apply section 154. Clear? So this is also generally you can, okay, if you haven't time in your exam, yes, you can think and you can write. Yes, this is an FTC mark. After PCBP, I will explain. This is also 7-mark question relating to appeals chapter only. So the totally I think 40 marks syllabus is covered as of now. Please try to revise that MTP questions also, because after the printing of our material only this MTP release. That's why I'm not incorporating. That's why I'm covering in the class itself. So what is that point? Ma? Again, I'm summarizing this question for you. SSC is given the clearly these 2 points in the what ma exempted income schedule. While filing the return of income, he given that what ma exempted income schedule. In that he mentioned these two. What are the two ma? One is an public provident fund related income. Second one, long-term capital gain. But sir, this is an you not filed in your return of income. No one can do anything wrong. Because you haven't business loss, but you are not filed that all the things in your return of income. But 143(1) yes ma intimation passed. Yes, these two things are what ma denied. What are the two things ma? PPF related interest as well as 10 subsection 37. If the exemptions are cancelled, definitely total income will be increased and automatically the tax liability also increased. They are asking the what ma demand notice as well as tax also. Now hero wants to file the revised return. He filed the revised return ma, but he is not e-verified that, because original return filed before the due date. If he filed the revised return also, that's okay, but he's not filed the revised return. Next, yes, can he do that rectification application? Yes, he can do the rectification application, and the department, that means what ma, AO also can do the rectification for these two things, not with respect to that what ma, business loss. Yes ma, online. So tomorrow I want to conduct by using app only, sir. By using app only, and business loss related, we can't apply the what ma, section 154. Because if that is mentioned as a mistake in the record, we can do. Because that is not covered in the what ma, 143(1) order. So this is only the discussion from my side, sir. So as of now, we discussed the few chapters. So what are the chapters are done also, you know. What are the basic concepts? Return of income is over, DTA over, tax planning over, appeals over. Tomorrow, directly I will start with the, okay, now only I am revealing that. So tomorrow, directly I want to start with the, yes ma, advanced tax and interest chapter. It having the weightage of what ma, 7 marks, compulsory question we have. Okay, next, next we can decide on that. Okay. So how I will go for planning means nothing but after advanced tax and interest in morning session, if I have in 1 hour, then I will go for the small chapters like block money, liabilities in special cases, etc. If we have a huge volume of time, then I will go for the transfer pricing chapter. One day I will take fully for the transfer pricing chapter. That is 30 marks weightage. Even though if you haven't bored feelings also, you have to listen that. Okay. Tomorrow we can meet at 9 AM. Thank you.